to 53,333. Got a stalled vehicle 44 going west at Southwest. That's on the right shoulder. Another stall 6440 going westbound at Boone's Crossing. That's got the left shoulder closed there.
Lots of sunshine around this afternoon, and it's a little bit warmer, but for this time of year, pretty easy to take. 89, the city may just touch 90 tonight. Here comes another front, late night. Clouds take over this evening. The evening's dry. Scattered showers and a couple of non-severe thunderstorms after midnight, 73. Wednesday, scattered showers and a couple of thunderstorms in the morning. I think the clouds are going to hang around much of the day on Wednesday, mostly cloudy and 84. Another front, next front coming through Wednesday night with scattered showers and thunderstorms. This front's a little bit stronger, 68 for the overnight low. That really opens up the northwest flow. Thursday and Friday, partly sunny, 83. Right now, the weekend's looking great for August. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Able Light Thrift Shop. Something good is coming to St. Peter's. Able Light Thrift Shop is opening soon at 4122 Mexico Road. Now accepting donations. Grand opening August 28th. Ribbon cutting 8:30. Doors open at 9 a.m. Right now downtown at the Arch, it's a cloudy sky, 84 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Tuesday to everybody. That feels like a Monday. Feels like, I don't know what, September, since we've been gone so long.
I was checking the expiration date on something yesterday, and it said September 15th. And I got so mad because I thought it was September, and I thought I had bought expired food. I was like, what the? Wait, that's a month from now. So I'm doing great. Things are going really well for me.
You got that going for you.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
So I had a home and Phoebe's last weekend home, kind of 4 days off. You were in Chicago, right?
I was, yes.
You seem surprised.
He was like, oh, you mean me?
Yes, sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me.
I was only looking at you and pointing.
Sorry, I was looking elsewhere. I was in Chicago.
And
it was a great time. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled right now. I just
let's start with
Start
Kevin.
with Wheelers.
Start with Kevin, please. Thank you.
Let's start with Kevin.
Wait, what? Me?
Thank you.
What? I wasn't in Chicago. What are you talking about?
You were in Michigan.
I was in Michigan. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't in Michigan. I was in Chicago. No,
And did you
What?
have fun?
I did. Yes.
Good.
Yeah. It was
Good.
the whole weekend was just about hanging out with my niece and nephew. That's it. It was just chill. It's a lot of kid time. Birthday party. Good time.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
No big plans. Didn't have to go any place special. Just hanging out.
Yeah.
I like those.
And
I like those vacations.
Wheels likes Frozen now.
Nah, I don't want to go that far.
You like Frozen?
I got the full education in Frozen from my 5-year-old niece. Though.
Do you think that Olaf is cute and funny?
I don't I didn't watch that far in to see Olaf.
Oh my goodness.
Because I don't remember why we got distracted by something. But I did make a marshmallow Olaf for the birthday party.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Did you just stack 2 marshmallows on top of each
It
other?
was 3. It was 3 marshmallows. You put them on a stick and then you drew a face on there.
Do you think Gaston's the most handsome man you've ever seen?
Who's Gaston?
He's in Beauty
Oh,
and the
that's Beauty and the Beast. Yeah. I knew that one really well.
Kristoff is my major Disney crush. Like Dream Man.
Yeah, Beauty and the
Sorry.
Beast I probably saw 100 times because my sister was really little when that was a big thing, and when I would babysit my sister.
And why did you say who's Gaston?
I had forgotten. I mean, my sister is now like 37 years old, so I haven't seen the movie in about 32 years.
Gaston always disgusted me. I didn't like his toxic energy.
Was he he was kind of a creep, right?
Yeah, he
big
was
time.
he was just, he was making everyone feel uncomfortable. That's never been my thing.
If you go to Disneyland, he bullies you. If you
Oh.
go up to Gaston and you talk to him.
All right.
He tries to steal your girl.
Have you ever seen Kristoff at Disney?
I haven't.
Which is he from?
Frozen.
Oh.
Good Lord, Kevin.
Oh, that's the guy at the beginning that tries to marry the sister.
No, that's the villain.
That's the villain.
See, I've told you. I only had like a 15-minute intro to this.
He's going to great lengths to prove that he doesn't actually like Frozen.
As explained to me by a 5-year-old. So my understanding of Frozen is about 20 minutes with the explanations of a 5-year-old.
I'm going to have to show you a TikTok on the break. That's a little girl singing Frozen with her dad. It's like the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Man, those kids are into those things, though, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
she knows every word and and acts out the scenes in the living. That part's actually kind of funny. I kind of enjoyed that.
I know all the words. I don't think I could act it out. I know most of them.
You know all the words?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Saw Odyssey for a second time.
Yeah. Can you sing all the words, Dave?
Can you act it out in the living room?
Dave, can you do the Cyclops scene for us?
Waiting for Odyssey the musical.
You say Odyssey like our company Odyssey.
It's like the Marine.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Joy thing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. It's
I
fun.
I like it too. It amuses
I
me.
guess
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
fun.
bad at vowels.
I can talk about Chicago now.
Please do.
If you want. I went to Chicago. It was it was super fun. I love that city. That's like my favorite city in the whole world. I never pass up a chance to go there.
They don't even have an arch there.
They don't have an arch, but they did have some very fancy golden arches. And by that I mean I stayed close to a really fancy looking McDonald's.
Oh, did you go eat there?
No, I wanted to, but
This isn't the best
Megan
story
got-
about Chicago I've
Megan
heard.
got kind of mad that I suggested
It's
it.
like, we're in Chicago. You know what we should eat?
Well, we were on our way to like a
McDonald's.
really cool, hip-looking ramen place, and we had to walk past the fancy McDonald's to do it. And we walked past the fancy McDonald's, and I was like, you know what? We don't even know if we'll be able to get a table at this.
Yeah, save some money.
There's like nobody at this cool-looking McDonald's here in River North.
Andrew, you became the guy walking with his girlfriend meme.
Yes.
Instead of the girlfriend, it was you walking with the fancy place looking back at the McDonald's going,
Yeah, instead of like an attractive woman, I'm looking at some McNuggets. And my wife is getting mad because I said I wouldn't make her eat McNuggets on vacation.
She's like, look at a woman. Just
Yeah, seriously.
She would much
the
prefer.
nuggets
Look at that
get the
chick.
nuggets
She's-
out of your head.
That's
She
great.
would much prefer it was a beautiful woman and not me going like they'll put blue raspberry syrup in your Sprite now.
I'm just picturing Andrew walking down the street, looking back at the McDonald's like running into a light post.
Yeah, boom.
Can I ask to drill down here? What was fancy about it? Like, what
It
made you
looked like
think it
it
was
had-
like a special McDonald's?
It had 2 stories.
Well, there you go. That's
and
all you need.
Oh.
it
That's
was
all you
mostly
need.
it was mostly glass.
Ah,
So you could it was like
I wanna go.
full length windows. It felt very trendy.
I bet you could order at a kiosk.
I'm sure
in
it
there.
would have tasted way better than a regular one.
I'll never know. This is what I spent the whole rest of the night saying.
I mean, the whole point of McDonald's is that it's the same everywhere.
Was there like a big line?
No, there was like nobody in
Oh,
it.
how'd you not just go get a couple
Yeah,
nuggets?
just go get a little.
We were in
pregame.
a hurry, so we wanted to make sure that we could actually find somewhere to sit down and have dinner. And then we had a reservation at this tiki bar that we had to make, which we ended up there half an hour early, and they said we were stupid for getting there half an hour early.
They said you were stupid.
They said I was stupid.
They said you
"You're
guys
an
are
idiot."
stupid.
They
literally
said we
that?
did it wrong because I was like, I thought it was always best to be early for reservations, and they said no, it's actually best to be late
What?
for reservations. Yeah, they said restaurants are way more likely to honor late reservations than early reservations, which
Well-
I found very interesting.
I mean, I get that they might not be able to seat you until your reservation time, but that seems odd that they would rather you show up late.
Well, not that they would rather. They're like, we'd rather you be on time.
Okay.
But if you're like, I'm going to show up half an hour early and maybe they'll just, seat us early from this reservation. They're like, that's not how we do things. They won't seat until the reservation comes. And they said in general with restaurants and bars, if you have a reservation, they would prefer you show up late because if you show up early, they're just going to have you stand around. which I thought was interesting. That goes against everything in my brain, which is kind of like yours, Dave. Like I can't stand the thought of being late to stuff. Like I always show up.
I am the king of walking in at about 5:55 and going, "Oh, I'm just early for a 6:30 reservation," and they're like, "Yeah, you think, Ace? I see your party's already here." Not.
Yeah, we ended up having to just like stand in this very cramped, dark environment for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but my wife kept like getting annoyed that we had to wait so long, and I had to remind her like, we're not actually waiting around for we're early. We're the ones in the wrong here.
But you were in a hurry, so that's why you couldn't go to the McDonald's.
Correct. That's correct.
So,
in hindsight,
you were in a hurry to wait. Yeah.
So the place where you ended up eating dinner was right across the street from the place we had the reservation for. So it felt like, walking like 6 blocks back to the McDonald's. I don't know. Also, she really didn't want to go to that. God bless her.
I don't blame her. I think she's in the right there.
I think she's probably in the right. I will never say that to her. No, it was fun though. I'm glad we didn't go to the McDonald's because the place that we ate was really delicious. And also, Pokemon were real, and so that was fun and special.
What do you mean?
We went to the Field Museum, and they have an exhibit that runs from I think May of this year until like April of next year, where it's the Pokemon fossil experience. So they have like fossils of Pokemon. They made the big models of it, and they tell you like how it.
Your story before going to the Field Museum was that Megan didn't realize what the Field Museum really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had never been to the Field Museum, and she didn't really realize how like big, extravagant, and how it's like essentially one of the best museums in the world.
Yep. Yeah, it is.
And so she thought it was just like a very tiny little, piddly. Like a small museum that you'd
it's a
see.
museum of fields.
Yeah,
I could not wait to show her.
Cards Cubs, you had the Bears, you had the air show.
Yeah.
I experienced something that I've never experienced before, which is that we could not get a Lyft or an Uber. Like there just weren't people available because everyone was trying to go somewhere in the city.
Yep.
And so we ended up paying like $60 to get from like 2 miles from around where we were staying to where the Field Museum is. And they could only drop you like a mile away. It was nuts. It was wild. But then on the way back, we managed to get a taxi. Boy, those are an experience. I don't think I've ever ridden in a taxi before. Although I guess maybe I did one time with you. We went somewhere. Me, you, and Rach went somewhere, and we took a taxi. But this was like I hailed one, like the old days.
Yeah.
And I got in, and he broke every rule that was on the sign that's like, call this number if this guy's breaking any of these rules. Like, only wanted us to pay cash and gave us a flat rate and didn't run the meter and all the things that it was like,
Yeah.
he's not allowed to do this. But it was incredible because I said we were nowhere near where we were staying, which was on Clark Street. And I said to the guy this address, and he's like, okay, sounds good. And he just takes off. And he doesn't like punch it into a map or anything. So I'm getting like nervous. I'm like, so if you know where Washington Square Park is, we're kind of like right next to. He's like, I know where it is. It's next to the car dealership. I was like, yeah, we are right next to a car dealership.
Yeah, some
Taxi
people
driver.
just know where to drive.
It was it was just so interesting. Like I'm used to the Ubers and Lyfts where you get in and they, have to look everything up very carefully on a map because they've been doing this for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
I was so impressed by it. I couldn't believe it. He knew exactly where he was going and how to get there with like no directions and me only saying the address of an apartment building one time. Wild.
He had to be Gen X or Boomer, right?
He was an older guy.
Oh, thanks.
I've decided what kind of rich I'm going to be. So I have been taking the golf carts back from Busch Stadium back to the office.
Yeah.
And everyone I've met has been super nice. And the last guy I met, Tommy, really hit it off, gave me his card, 72-year-old dude, been here since like the 60s in St. Louis. And he's like, Mr. Glover, here's my card. You call me anytime you want, and I'll drive you anywhere you want to go downtown. I'm like, there you go.
I love it.
I'm going to be Tommy Rich.
All right. For a second there, I thought you were saying you parked a new golf cart outside in the garage, and that's where you're going to go back and forth.
Yeah, I thought you were saying that's what you're going to career change.
But I can call Tommy, and he'll come get it.
Yeah, that's
Career
pretty
change
great.
to be a golf cart guy.
Yeah.
That cart probably pays for itself within a couple. Sorry, that was really loud. That card probably pays
We've all forgotten how to do radio. It's fine.
Here, let me pour this two inches away from the microphone.
It happens every time we
Here,
take a few
I'll get a
days
drink real
off.
close to it.
Let me tell you guys about Bethesda. You can go to BethesdaHealth.org, and you can pretty much find out anything you want to find out. I still run into people all the time who ask me about No One Dies Alone, and I would really like to volunteer for that. If you want to, go to BethesdaHealth.org. You can find it right there, and you can talk to my pal Melissa. If you are more interested in independent living apartments for yourself, because you have to be fully functional. Most people there have a car and they drive everywhere, and it's just like, you know, any other apartment building, except it's nicer and has dining, you know, there. You don't have to dine there, but you know, you can do meal plans and such. And then the next step from there would be assisted living, which we have many locations and many different vibes, you know, apartment buildings and condos and facilities. And then we have places like Dilworth, where my mom was, which is skilled nursing, people who need, you know, looked in on quite often. We have memory care. We have hospice care, as you know, that I do at Dilworth. And we would like to offer you Michelle, who is a 31-year veteran of Bethesda, been working there since, you know, who knows how old. She's a little younger than me, I would think. And she knows everything that there is to know about elder care. It's quite a thing to be able to offer someone like Michelle. Now, of course, she would like for you to choose Bethesda. But if you say, like, hey, I'm also looking at this other company, she's not going to hang up the phone or get up and walk away from your coffee meeting. She'll help you out any way she can. So if you're facing that decision for yourself or mom or dad or grandma or grandpa, go to BethesdaHealth.org. Hit the Contact Us button, introduce yourself, ask to talk to Michelle, and she'll talk to you.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse, Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Hey, St. Louis, need to sell your home fast? The Gelman team with eXp Realty can make you an instant cash offer in just 24 hours. No showings, no repairs, no waiting. Visit thegelmanteam.com or give them a call at 314-336-1991.
Love your low mortgage rate but need extra cash? Don't refinance. Get a Scott Credit Union home equity line of credit for home renovations or debt consolidation. Learn more at scu.org. Rates vary. Terms and conditions apply.
Still here, still trusted. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Oh, man, I'm having equipment troubles.
Yeah. Gary's bringing in the old headphones. We're having headphone problems, guys. Sorry. Yep. Plugging in the old ones. The new ones sounded weird, and I can confirm they sounded strange.
Yeah, I got hooked on these Bose AE2s, which are like years old. And I just bought these, which were new in the box for $120, but they sound really weird. So now I'm using the old ones, and they sound fine.
But you wanted to use new ones because of your ear.
What are these?
We got a third set of headphones.
What is going on?
I don't know.
There's way too many.
These are the new ones. I think. No, these are old ones. That's okay. It's fine. Just set those to the side. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, headphone gate.
Well, I was trying not to use the old ones because my ear was still all dicked up, and I was afraid that they were dirty and they're going to make...
I get you.
You know. So now my ear is healed and I'm fine, so...
So now it's not a... Okay, I get you.
So, yeah, whatever. Whatever. Fascinating stories, Dave. We're so glad you're back after 4 days. And now he's gone. He's worrying way too much about this. I don't either. You're good. We'll figure it out.
There was, Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow was the bumper music song. There was a weekend where I was out and about shopping, and I heard 3 Dave Glover Show songs, and one of them was Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow.
Very nice.
I was like, dang, KG plays that? All right. For some reason, I thought they wouldn't.
Yeah. I was, I said this over the weekend to someone. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but I was saying how the modern day cowboy aesthetic just won't die. Like, there are like 8 cowboys left in the world, but like Yellowstone and Taylor Sheridan, now you can dress like a cowboy and everyone thinks it's so cool. And I said, why is it not cool to dress like a blacksmith? Right?
It's a fair question.
It's an old job. Blacksmiths were pretty badass. Got the big apron, big gloves.
I think it's because the cool hat and the cool belt is probably...
There are no blacksmith bars.
More conventionally attractive than a big apron.
I got to challenge something you just said, Dave. You said people dress up as cowboys and everyone thinks it looks so cool. I mean, I don't. I don't go like, wow, real life cowboy. I go like, well, you have a lot of money, and
but you could get
spent
away
it on
with
that
it
hat,
as opposed to dressing like a blacksmith.
Yeah, it would be a little weird if you
Yes.
showed up at a cards game in a blacksmith's get up.
Yes.
Holding tongs.
Isn't it? It is weird what we find acceptable to cosplay as and what we don't. Because most people who are dressed as a cowboy are 100% cosplaying. Even if you live on 4 acres,
sure,
you're not a cowboy.
Yeah.
But we don't point and laugh at someone.
Yeah.
Until they walk away.
I think there's just something about a big hat that some people are so drawn to.
Mm-hmm.
Like 10 or so years ago, all the girls were wearing big hats. It's kind of petered out, but you see it from time to time. I never got into it. I felt like I would look silly.
Like what kind of big hat we talking?
Like a big wide-brimmed hat, like kind of pushed back to the top of your head.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like Melania and her Spy versus Spy
but
look?
more Western, like almost like a cowboy hat. And, you know, I think just enough people really wanted to wear those hats that we all said, okay, I guess it's going to happen.
We'll make room.
Sure.
I didn't think the bucket hat would ever make a comeback. I thought Gilligan was its highest expression.
I love a bucket hat.
Bucket hats are pretty awesome, man.
People
love a
love
bucket
them.
hat, and I want to wear a cowboy hat so bad, but I know better.
Where would you wear, like, what would the circumstance be for you to wear the cowboy hat?
Everywhere. I wear it here.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's please make this happen.
I just know I can't do it. I know I can't pull it off.
We don't just cover St. Louis, we share it. That's why the stories you hear every morning aren't just headlines. They're about your neighborhood,
Ferguson's police chief took the stand in day one of
your
election.
roads,
Westbound 270 North County just had some volume on
your Cardinals,
Riley O'Brien strikes out the side in the ninth inning.
your community.
I'm Tom Ackerman.
This is Debbie Monterey.
I'm Megan Lynch.
Total Information AM. Weekdays on KMOX.
Hey guys, it's Glover with my friend Mike at Michael's Baths. So when someone comes into your home to talk about remodeling your bathroom, wouldn't you rather talk to someone who's actually installed one? That's one of the cool things about Michael's Baths. Their experienced sales staff spent years as bathroom installers before moving into sales, so they understand the products, the installation, and what it takes to do the right job. They use premium products, provide professional installation, and their customers absolutely love the service. Call Michael's Baths at 636-775-0800 or michaelsbaths.com.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
Our weather stays quiet this afternoon, but there are two more cool fronts coming our way. Sunny skies this afternoon. It's a little bit warmer, 89 for most, maybe 90 in the city. But still relatively easy to take for this time of year. Tonight, here comes the next cool front. Clouds take over this evening. All is dry. Scattered showers and non-severe thunderstorms after midnight, 73. Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 84. Next front, Wednesday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms. This front's a little bit stronger, 68 degrees. It really opens up the northwest flow. Thursday and Friday, delightful. Partly sunny, 83 each day. Right now, the weekend's looking great. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door Summer Tune-Up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
Tell you guys about my buddy Dr. Corey Solman. He is an orthopedic surgeon. He's a Midwest orthopedic and spine specialist. I've known Corey, almost the whole time I've been on the air. He is just the greatest guy. I do lives, of course, for other physicians. I talk about Dr. Matt Bays with Bays Sports Medicine, and Corey and Matt know each other, and they will send patients back and forth. If Matt sees someone he thinks, you know what, you're a good candidate for surgery, he will send them over to Corey Solman. So, it's kind of common sense. If someone you care about is injured and it's pretty bad, and you want to get an opinion from an orthopedic surgeon, Corey's the guy. If you want to go see Corey first, if it's sufficiently bad and you think, oh, I'm just going to go right past everyone else and go straight to the surgeon, go see Corey. But it doesn't have to be at that level. He usually doesn't do surgeries. Does that make sense? If he gets 100 cases in, I'm kind of making this up. He may do surgery on half of them, but he does not have a reputation as a cutter. He's going to do what is best for you guys. He's out in Chesterfield, 636-231-5881 or SolmanOrthopedics.com.
All right, baseball fans, listen up, because big hits are getting even bigger with Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel. Customers choose their own reward every Tuesday to use on home run bets. So how are you going to play your game? Well, option one, there's the bet reset. You use this on your wager, and you're going to get refunded in bonus bets if your bet loses. Or option two, a 50% profit boost. Make your bet, activate the profit boost, and if it hits, that's extra winnings at no extra cost. So make your choice, and the reward will be ready to use on your next home run bet. Betting the Redbirds, betting anybody else in the National League Central, take your pick. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to choose your reward for home run bets every Dinger Tuesday. Play ball with the home for home runs on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This choices. One student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, the Cards, the Reds. Ameren Total Access 445. First pitch 540. Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Kind of a weird, lazy start to the show, but I'm tired and haven't done this in 4 days, and I forgot how to do it. That's just the way it is.
It happens.
It happens. Stream pretty active and complaining.
Seriously, man.
DSL says live in, this is he not being complaining, he's giving us information. Lives in northern Missouri in the farm ranch country, lots of cattle ranches. We all wear Western hats here and the boots and all that kind of stuff. You live in ranch country.
Yeah.
It's totally cool. And, by the way, if you live in Kirkwood or Ladue and you like to wear cowboy hats, that's fine. Like, I'm not making fun of you. Rach is a little.
I'm just saying I don't necessarily see it
You
and
don't
go
love
like,
the aesthetic.
whoa, you look amazing. Like, sometimes you look cool, sometimes you don't.
And you would love to do it.
Some people can pull things off,
Doesn't
and others
think you
can't.
can, though.
But what if I had like a little feather?
No.
A little
you
feather
didn't
in
mention
it.
the feather.
Yeah, a little feather. Maybe some like barbed wire
You know what?
around the brim
Please-
so it looks cool.
Please wear that, and then we'll invite Chris Ranji onto the show, and we'll just kind of let him.
I think you should work.
Handle.
You should work
I have no
like.
fear.
I'm not saying of a fear. I'm just saying, like, imagine the conversation that would be started if Andrew wore that hat.
Maybe you should dress like Colonel Sanders. Maybe that's more your aesthetic.
Well, I don't want to dress like that.
Well,
He wants
give
to
me
wear
your
a
perfect cowboy
hat.
outfit.
Hat. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I could tuck in a shirt.
Hat.
I could tuck in a shirt, one of those ones that has the roses on it, you know, something cool
There
like
you
that.
see, you're
Yeah.
building. You're building.
All right, what about a buckle? You got to have a belt buckle.
I'm not interested in a belt buckle because I have an allergy to nickel and a big fat tummy. So they push up against each other, and that can create skin issues. So I'll pass on the belt buckle.
You get a different kind.
There's the,
I'll also
there's
pelt-
the title of your autobiography.
That's pretty great, yeah.
I'll also pass on the boots. Thank you very much. I don't think I'd look good in cowboy boots.
So you're gonna wear a cowboy boot and your sneakers.
Cowboy hat.
And,
Cowboy
shirt.
hat.
And a flower shirt.
Yeah.
Rose shirt. Sorry, rose shirt.
Yeah.
With,
See,
with
I think you need the boots.
I think you got to complete the set.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can walk in cowboy boots.
You got to get old ones, though, because they're already broken in. They'll be comfortable.
Okay.
I'm just
Gotta
gonna
do
wear a
the-
tiara to work because I want to wear a tiara. I'll just wear it.
You look great in a tiara. I don't see what the problem is.
Kevin, you gonna dress up as?
Oh, man. I don't know. That all sounds so cool. I'm not sure I can match it. I'll be a blacksmith.
You have a French beret.
I'll be a blacksmith. No, I do not have one of those little chapeaus, no.
I have a beret.
I do too.
Is it a raspberry beret?
It is. Actually, it is kind of a raspberry colored. I didn't think about that when I bought it at Disney World when I was 16, but it is in fact a raspberry beret.
What an interesting purchase for a 16-year-old kid.
Well, it would have been normal for a 16-year-old in 1990.
I thought it would look good, and it did.
Okay.
But then I haven't worn it ever since.
All right. All right. I got another email from a listener who needs a ruling. Wheels, you weren't, I don't think you were here, but Alvin Reed said that he was out in the world and someone was talking about our deal about a man bringing his own putter to a putt-putt.
Yeah.
So, like, people are out there talking about this stuff.
Right.
Okay, here's the latest one. This was from a grown woman, okay, like
She didn't say her age, but she had been married and divorced, and she's dating again. And she's been seeing this guy, and he spent his first night at her place. And she, like me, loves chocolate in the freezer, and she had an unopened triple Reese's cup in her freezer.
Ooh, that's treasure.
After he was gone, she didn't note it until he had left later the next afternoon. But during the night, he had evidently gotten up, gone looking for a snack, found those, opened them, pulled out one Reese's cup, bit half of it off, put the other half back in, and put it in the freezer.
That is, like, you could see the shape of the teeth bite?
Yes, it wasn't a break. It was a bite.
Okay. That's pretty weird.
She thought it was strange.
It's pretty weird.
She wanted to know what we thought of that.
I mean, that's kind of a red flag, isn't it? Like biting off the food and putting it back?
Rach, you're having some kind of reaction.
I mean, so you're spending the night with this dude, but you don't feel comfortable being like, hey, why did you bite the Reese's and put it back?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
You think maybe there was more intimacies than that?
Yeah, maybe like our priorities are just
But
a
it's
little
still a little
messed up.
weird, though, right? Like,
dude, you spit on my Reese's.
Yeah, like just say something to him. Ask him what the thought process
that's
was
like
behind
kind of
that.
the kind of things that like college bro roommates do to each other to piss each other off on purpose, like as a gag. You know, you drink half their beer and put it back.
That means
open,
he's
or
done
you
it before.
No, but I mean, I've seen similar. We've done things like that. Maybe we didn't leave anything, but you just like, oh, he wanted that later. I'm going to eat it now and make him mad. But it's still that's weird. Just eat the whole thing.
Yeah, eat the whole thing.
Yeah,
if you eat the whole thing, there's no
thing.
weirdness, right? That's like, hey, he was hungry. They were there, and they're good. So
I would, and again, like they've reached a level of intimacy where I guess he should feel comfortable eating out of the fridge, but.
Sure.
I would just not really eat someone's food without asking them first.
Yeah, if I didn't live there.
Yeah, it's a bit much to be like, I'm gonna go see what's in the fridge. Like, oh, well,
I
it's
don't
not
know. If
your
you've been
stuff.
dating someone, is it weird that way? I don't know. I haven't done this in a long time, so I wouldn't know.
Where on the bad person scale do you rank having a moment of weakness and eating like something that your wife was saving for?
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, it feels pretty bad when I do it. I'm not gonna say I've never done it. I'm not gonna say I haven't eaten the last Pop-Tart, knowing that she would really like to have the last Pop-Tart, or like leftovers after she's gone to bed. Not gonna say I haven't done it. Doesn't feel good, but I've done it a few times in the past month.
You like the last one of something.
No.
What?
What?
No.
You, Andrew. You're the king of. Does anybody want that?
Because if I don't eat it, it goes in the trash can.
You don't have to eat it, though. One of us might eat it.
Well, if I want the toasted ravioli that's there, that's why I say, is anybody else going to eat this? Because if no one is, and it's just going to end up in the trash,
That's
and
why
we
we're
all
laughing
leave.
when we say.
Another way of putting
you
that
say
is
you don't
you want
like
the last
having the
one.
last one. That's why we laughed when you said that.
It doesn't. I don't. Almost said something you shouldn't say on the radio. It's not about it being the last one. I don't particularly enjoy the last one, but if it's there, and I am still hungry, and I know no one else is going to eat it, I'm going to eat it. It's not because it's the last one.
It's all about efficiency.
Well, it's all about.
We don't want to waste.
Well, it's all about. Hey, I really like toasted ravs. There's a toasted rav there. No one else has eaten it for about 20 minutes. I don't think anyone else is going to eat it. Hey, is anyone else going to eat this? Okay, I'm eating it.
Everything you're describing is what we just said.
Well, you guys are making it sound like my jollies are coming about because
Like he's got
consuming-
a last fetish.
Yeah, like I have to eat the last one, and that's what makes me happy.
No.
Yeah. I think that's right. I think you do. I think you have a thing for the last one.
No,
and there's nothing wrong with it.
But it's totally natural, Andrew.
You're not taking it from children or anything like that.
Yeah, no, like it's fine.
But if you didn't have a thing for the last one, what you could do is just wait it out And then when we leave and there's one sitting there, you can just eat it.
That's even worse. If we when I ate the last toasted Rav at Zia's a couple weeks ago, if we had all gotten up and started to walk away and I dove back and grabbed it and ate it as we were walking, that's way worse than just
Not
sitting
at
at the
all.
table and saying, "May I have this?"
Does anybody want this?
If I'm going back to the table to reclaim it, that's a problem.
Now, like,
That's disordered eating.
I think Rach has gotten her arms around it. But remember last year, Rach, when you admitted that you have sort of a what's the right word? When people bring in food,
I get very greedy. I think I'm not the only one. I think
Oh, no.
I think that's like
Yeah, I
a
get that
human
too.
thing to be
Yeah.
like, I gotta get. Whoa, how much of this is going to be mine? And I
Oh,
catch
yeah.
myself doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
No, I do the same thing, and I catch myself too, and I'm like, set it down. Because I also have I've talked about this before, but there's that added stigma, like when the toasted Ravs come to the table, like when you're the biggest guy, you can't be the first to ask about it. You can't be the first to reach out to it. You can't be the first to grab on, because then you're just, then you're just perpetuating a stereotype. You know what I'm saying?
What? Perpetrating.
Perpetuating.
I remember when Maureen and I were first dating, and I remember where we were. We were at the place down in Webster Kirkwood. I forget the name, Great Wings. But we're with 2 or 3 other couples, and we ordered some appetizers, and I'm just going to town. And she's squeezing my leg under the table.
She's so loving.
And I'm like,
Dave's like, yeah, she must
She
be having fun
loves
tonight.
me.
I'm like, I know where this is at.
I was
Like, we're on the
sexy
right
in these
track.
rings.
I'm about to have half a Reese's.
That's a great new quote for that.
There is a lull.
That's the new euphemism.
There is a lull in the conversation, and she gets in my ear and she goes, "Those are for everyone." So I guess I was just going through them, man.
Hey, if other people hesitate, they miss.
You're like, sorry, boys. She said she needs to speak to me alone.
You're embarrassing me. Stop eating the wings.
What she said
What
was,
the hell? Your entree is coming.
"You've eaten every crab rangoon, but I can read through between the lines."
I'm still stuck on
No
the.
idea she was
I'm
so
about to
impressed
eat
by
half
all
a
my
Reese's.
crab
That's-
rangoon eating.
What's that?
So I'm still stuck on the. I'm about to eat half a Reese's. I like that.
And the funny thing
About to raid
was,
this woman's fridge.
I knew how appetizers worked,
Right.
but I just hadn't had enough practice at it.
Right.
I was usually with my buddies, just like
Yeah,
I didn't care what
Do
they
you guys
thought.
agree though?
Believe
like
me,
when
all
you're-
my lessons also are hard learned.
when you're with like your closest friends, those conversations don't even have to happen, because if you're overstepping, your closest friends are gonna like, bro, save some for the rest of us. But it's more when you're in polite company when you have to have boundaries, I guess.
Yes.
Boundaries.
So then you have to fake everything. Let me tell you guys about Mark and Neil Gelman of the Gelman team and EXP Realty. And here's something a little bit different. It is a complicated thing, selling a structure for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And most people, let's face it, in St. Louis, you're going to sell your house, you're going to buy someone else's house. You want to charge the person buying your house the absolute most that house can get. You want to pay the person whose home you're buying the absolute least you can buy. You know how it works. The Gelmans are great at both sides of that. Also, you have to be very careful. There can be hidden fees all over the place. There can be little this and that where you're like, what is this, like $3,400? I don't even understand what we gave them, the allocation for that. The Gelmans are very smart people. They've each been doing this for decades. They have a team of a couple dozen real estate agents. They have guys like Matt Lamb who really focus on being a buyer's agent. They have resources that other realtors just don't have access to. So it's kind of an unfair playing field. It would be like if you hired the best $1,000 an hour attorney in St. Louis to go up against someone who's been out of school for 3 years and doesn't have a law library. That's kind of the comp. If you want to find out what we think your home is worth right now without talking to anybody, go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com, put in your address. We'll give you a number. If you want to talk about that number, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
It's 1:48. This time check is sponsored by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
James Beard award-winning chef Kevin Nashin announces The Clydesdale, a Clark Avenue tavern at Ballpark Village, opening August 27th. KMOX is excited for this highly anticipated American tavern, rooted in familiar favorites, elevated through refined technique and premium ingredients. Reservations for The Clydesdale are now open. Book your table and experience a fresh take on tavern dining on one of the most iconic streets in Major League Baseball. For details and reservations, visit stlballparkvillage.com.
Retirement. Exciting in one way, scary in others. How do you find the financial advisor that covers all the bases? Join Greg Ayler Saturdays at 1 on Fire Your Financial Advisor.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
Summer is waning, sadly, I know, but you've had enough time now to really assess how your outdoor space is working. Is it working for you? You've probably noticed whether the deck is starting to buckle or splinter and needs replacing, or you'd really like a fence to separate you and your neighbor. Whatever it is in your outdoor space, it's never too late to call Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best. Now, what does that mean, the sign you have the very best? Well, first of all, Chesterfield Fence and Deck has been around for 58 years. A third-generation, locally owned family company. They also have an incredible reputation because they only use the best quality materials, and they have their own installation crews, which is very important because they have years of experience. And Chesterfield Fence and Deck is going to stand behind everything they do. When you mention me, Debbie Monterey, they'll also take 20% off your next outdoor project. So go with the best. It's Chesterfield Fence and Deck. You can visit them in person, or they'll come to you, or visit online now at chesterfieldfence.com.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS and KMOX. We got coming up here, Ricky Horton's going to join us at 2:30, having the Semper Fi Foundation on at 2:45. Steve Savard is going to join us at 3. We're also, not today, but Mike Bush is going to come in and hang out with us now that he is retired. That was really sweet. Did you guys see his last show? Did you watch any of that? Really, really nice.
Did not get to catch it, but I saw many posts about it online. People really love Mike Bush in this town.
And Skip is out today, but we're going to do at 4 p.m. the Sweet 16 of appetizers.
Ooh,
I like that.
Who's going to get the last one?
Which one of us is going to get the hand on the leg going, hey, buddy, these are for everybody?
Well, I don't think we actually have to ask that question. I mean, look, there's certain things. I do love an appetizer.
I mean, let's be real. There's 3 of us that have had that conversation before.
Couple of fitness stories. A new study says that you get more benefit from sprinting for 3 minutes than you do walking or running for 90.
Boom. Let's go sprint for 3 minutes then.
Yeah. Right?
Get your adrenaline pumping.
Also, for men especially, the key to telling how long someone's going to live is how long they keep their fat butt.
Really?
Wait,
yes. Like, when a guy...
So if your booty's big, you're going to live longer?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. When you lose your booty, it's time to check out.
Oh.
Basically, so.
Hmm.
Did you lose your booty?
No, but I mean, it's not what it once was.
Well,
whose is?
That's true of all of us.
At one time, you could maybe set a little cup on the top there.
I really want to get into strength training. I saw a TikTok recently, and they were showing like the inside of a woman's leg at the age of like 80, and one was no weightlifting, no strength resistance training, and one was with, and it was a huge difference.
Oh, you mean like the inside?
Yes.
Okay.
What were you thinking about?
I'm picturing the inside of an old lady's thigh, and I'm like,
that is also what I thought at first.
Yeah.
No, like a leg, like
you
cut
mean
open.
the interior?
The interior. The interior.
You did, and you said it just so easily.
Yeah.
They're showing the inside of her
But
thigh.
I have, prior to my strength training journey, which I will be starting, I've been doing like a lot of like trying to do like balance and lymphatic exercises and stuff in the morning.
That's what I need to do. I'm at the age now that I need to be balancing and stretching and things like that.
Yeah.
But they're both so hard.
Oh, stretching.
We could do some on the break. I have some videos saved. Quick ones.
Let's do it. Let's give the stream a real treat.
Let's do
here.
it.
I try to do stretches in the morning, and the ungodly sounds. Just like.
He sounds like the Hulk. He's turning into the Hulk.
What kind of stretch you doing?
Mostly I have a bad neck, and I have because I'm just worst possible posture 24 hours a day, and then sleeping with probably a bad pillow. So I try to do like some very gentle, neck assistant stretches and stuff.
I do that too. I do like a.
Yeah, I try to do a couple. Maybe like 5 to 10 minutes of those before I even get out of bed.
Man, whenever I do that, I sound like a firecracker show.
Yeah, same. And then there's the like
my neck
zombie
weirds
noises.
me out.
Your
Why you
neck
say
weirds
that?
you out.
Like I
You don't want to think about it too hard.
Yeah, like if you think about don't blink, you blink. If you think about your heart pumping, you're like, oh, I think it just stopped. That kind of thing.
Oh, well, okay. So last year when I went to the dentist, they were like, you're grinding your teeth, FYI. It has gotten so much worse now that I'm like
Now that
aware
you
of
know
it.
it.
Now I
Yeah.
feel like I do it all of the time.
Yeah.
And my jaw is just constantly tense, and I have to consciously like make myself not have a tense jaw. And I'm like, why did you tell me about it? I think it's worse now.
We're pretty cooked in this room, aren't we?
Little bit.
Yeah, look,
A
I'm
lot
not
of
gonna
problems.
not gonna deny it.
Andrew boxing people out, insisting on having the final appetizer.
So he gets his jollies.
So he gets the jollies. Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts, and every month they've been doing these freebies, these giveaways, and free flooring for your basement and free lighting for your deck and such. They may come back to that this fall. This month, they just want me to remind you that while they have this reputation, very well deserved, of doing, whole home remodeling, and this job is going to take 3 months and it's going to be a crew there every single day, XYZ. And we do tons of stuff like that. But we are happy to do a one-day job. You have a closet and an extra bedroom, we'll do that. You want to do the whole extra bedroom, we'll do that. You just you're pretty happy with the outside patio, but you would love one of those big brick pizza oven fireplace kind of things, we'll do that for you. So we can get real fancy, about as fancy as anyone in St. Louis remodeling can, but we can also go pretty simple and not that expensive. So don't be sheepish at all. Reaching out to Mosby. Go to mosbybuildingarts.com.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
All right, guys, it's Tuesday. That means at FanDuel Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of KMOX, that it is officially Dinger Tuesday, which means you, if you have an intuition about someone, get a little extra bonus if you're going to make a bet on a home run. So I've done this already today. I used my boost. I choose. Now, the way this works is simple. You got a couple of choices. You can choose. So you get in there. There's a link at the top. It'll say Dinger Tuesdays. And then you claim it. Here's how you play it. You got two choices. You can choose a bet reset. Which means if I were to, for example, today, I picked Shohei Ohtani. He hit a couple home runs yesterday. He's playing at Coors Field. Pretty great matchup for him. And when he gets hot, he gets hot. So I'm going to ride that a little bit in today. So you could choose between the bet reset, which means if I bet $5 on that and I lose, I get that back in bonus bets. Or you can go with one I went with today because I feel pretty good about this one, the 50% profit boost. So you make the bet, you activate the boost, and if it hits, you get extra winnings without taking any extra risk. So you make your choice. The reward is there for you to use any which way you'd like. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri. You can choose your reward for the home run bets every Dinger Tuesday and play ball with the Home for Home Runs on FanDuel, an official partner of Major League Baseball. Just remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri. Opt-in is required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. You can see all the terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-220-6409 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-220-6409. That's 800-220-6409. What do you have to lose? Call 800-220-6409. Again, 800-220-6409.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
It is 2 o'clock right now, a partly cloudy sky and 85 degrees downtown at the Arch. Police Chief Robert Tracy is reacting to accusations that the mayor had an inappropriate conversation about police pay at the memorial service for a fallen officer. He says he talked with an officer in that conversation who was taken aback.
Lesson learned. And, we just got to make sure that, everybody understands this is not the place for this to have these type of conversations.
Mayor Kara Spencer reacted within the hour on KMOX.
I don't remember who broached it. The sort of what motivates you is a pretty standard conversation that I often have with officers of all ranks.
Tracy and Spencer guests with the Chris and Amy Show. U.S. ally Oman has been negotiating with Iran over a plan to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Now, President Trump is threatening to bomb Oman if it gets in the way of his negotiations on the strait. ABC News White House correspondent Karen Travers.
He had done this back in May when Oman was working with Iran to come up with a plan for how the strait could be managed. Oman is a key U.S. ally in the region, so it is significant that the president is once again putting this threat on the table. But, to see him do that, it seems unlikely, given that we haven't seen U.S. strikes against Iran in several weeks at this point. But Oman has tried to play this role of mediator, working with Iran to come up with a strategy for the strait.
Democrats are formulating plans to reduce costs if they get control of the Congress in the midterms this fall. But how would they enact the policies?
Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski is on the task force assigned with bringing down energy costs. She was posed the question, what could really be done if Democrats came away in November with a clean sweep? She argues under the Democrats, Congress could work to block the Trump administration from canceling clean energy projects.
Getting back on track with certainty for business in this industry and building more and building clean. And I think that's going to all holistically help to bring down costs.
Budzinski was joined by Congressman Mike Collins of California, who argued Democrats would have the gavel for legislative committees, giving them the power to shift the president's focus away from D.C. beautification projects. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
A KMOX follow-up.
I really want our residents to have a municipal pool. This is an important amenity for the community, especially families. However, $34.5 million is a significant amount to borrow, and it represents 100% of the cost, even though we've known for some time this was coming.
The Chesterfield Water Park's pool is apparently cracking and beyond repair. Council members sending 2 pool questions to voters this November, one to borrow the money, the other to decide how to pay it off by property tax or online sales tax. Councilwoman Patricia Tocco voted against it. Mayor Dan Hurt.
Everybody I talked to would prefer Prop Q, as Mr. Mall said, to this. So I would recommend, whether you were for or against Prop A, I recommend you vote for this one just so you give the people a choice. Okay? You're giving them a choice. If you vote against it, you're not giving them a choice. I don't think that's appropriate.
As we told you last week, aging aquatic centers are a problem across St. Louis County. City after city built them around the same time 3 decades ago. The Dow from Stiefel down 83 points to 53,376.
Our weather stays quiet this afternoon, but there are 2 more cool fronts coming our way. Sunny skies this afternoon. It's a little bit warmer, 89 for most, maybe 90 in the city. Still relatively easy to take for this time of year. Tonight, here comes the next cool front. Clouds take over this evening. All is dry. Scattered showers and non-severe thunderstorms after midnight, 73. Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 84. Next front, Wednesday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms. This front's a little bit stronger, 68 degrees. It really opens up the northwest flow. Thursday and Friday, delightful. Partly sunny, 83 each day. Right now, the weekend's looking great. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
And right now, downtown at the Arch, we do have a cloudy sky, and current temperature stands at 85 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Do a little DGS happy hour here. I saw a TikTok where we see these all the time now, but someone on a plane, a passenger was getting unruly and just standing up and screaming and all that kind of stuff. And I have to say this. I've never been a tough guy. I'm certainly not a tough guy now, but I will beat your ass if you do that on a plane. I mean, like, I'll come running down the aisleway just to fight you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I pretty much in my life only get mean when I'm scared, and that makes me scared. And I just can't believe the restraint people have of not just punching these people until they stop talking. You know?
I've never seen it in person. I've never been in that situation, but I feel like you do. Like, if you're losing your crap on a plane, somebody needs to make you stop.
Yes. Yes.
Depending on the way it's going on, right? Like, you know, if it's just someone who's panicking, that's different. But if you're
I'm not
yelling
like,
and
if
threatening,
afraid to fly, I'm not going to beat them up.
Right. I
But
just want to be clear to the listeners. Like, I'm not looking to,
Well, don't you think people are like, man, I just don't even want to engage, because a lot of people, when they're being inappropriate and angry like that, they're wanting someone to engage with them.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to set them off even more. So I'm assuming most people are just like, just don't look at me. Just don't hurt anybody. And everybody just grit your teeth and get through the situation. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter what your message is. If you are on a plane, just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not fair to inflict whatever your ideas are on an audience that cannot escape you. It's not okay. You wouldn't want people doing it to you, So please don't. I mean, just act right. I feel like every adult in the country needs to go through like the pre-K rules again that are like, be nice, no name calling, keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. Speaking of, did we have Karen meltdowns before social media?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They just weren't caught on video.
Okay.
But I do think during the pandemic when the Karen videos like went crazy and there was a new one every day, I do think there was a bit of something that caught on and people were like, well,
I can do this.
Maybe it's me. Maybe today it's me.
I do think in general we've lowered the veil a little bit on what people are comfortable saying, knowing other people are seeing you say it.
Yes.
Like more people in the past would be like, I really think this, but I'm going to stop talking now because I don't want to be the bad guy. And now be like, I don't care if I'm the bad guy because I'm right.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get a GoFundMe out of
I'm going to
this.
say it anyway. Maybe
I think you're right.
For some reason, half the internet is going to side with me.
Right. That's a good point, man.
That's true.
Because when you go into the comments, no matter what the behavior is, somebody's going to defend it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did you guys see the video from Wrigley the other day?
Which one?
There was a home run, and there was a guy who basically just threw a young woman aside.
Yeah. I
Just
did see
grabbed
that.
her and shoved her aside. Mm-hmm. And there were people defending the guy. I'm like, okay. You're just being an idiot on purpose.
She probably can't even name 5 of the players.
Hey, if you want to get in there and reach for the ball, you're going to get hit. Like, no, that's
that guy
not.
talked weird.
I know. That's how those people talk. All those incels. No, I'm kidding. Not really.
I was also wondering over the weekend why it's perfectly acceptable for an extrovert to say to an introvert, you really need to come out of your shell. But an introvert can't say to an extrovert, you're so friggin' obnoxious.
You should climb back into a shell, buddy.
You should just talk less and just make your eyes smaller, you know. But
Gotta even out.
Like we just made that rule up, though.
I mean, I think that's very similar to the way that morning people treat non-morning people. We non-morning people get judged all the time.
Morning
You're
cranky.
lazy. Why don't you get up, you big bum? What are you, 20? Like, no, I just don't want to be up early, jackass.
Kevin's insults are getting more and more like catered towards him.
Oh, no,
And
those are
people
directly.
said to him.
Absolutely.
Very specific.
Oh, you just
100%.
You waited until 11 a.m. to
100%.
get up and brush your red hair.
Yeah, everybody looks at
And
you like,
drive you to Camaro to work.
so what are you, still a college student?
Wake up, body covered in freckles I can't stand the sight of.
Meanwhile, I got to turn around and be like, bro, you're falling asleep on the couch at 7:30. Stop
Oh,
it.
ain't it the truth? That's
Yeah.
the thing. That is the thing that morning people don't like to talk about.
I know.
Is
Bunch of bums taking naps.
Last night, I thought, well, once it's 8 o'clock, it'll start to get dark outside, and then it will be acceptable to lay down.
That's why I love the winter.
Oh,
You're like, what is
man.
it, 6:10 p.m.?
Oh, it's fine for bed.
It's time for bed.
It's dark. If it's dark, we can go to bed, right?
Let's do this. Kev, you want to explain, in case the guys haven't heard it, about this number 5 thing at LSU?
Oh my God. Yeah. So Jaden Daniels is a quarterback. He plays for the Washington Commanders. He's really good. He played at LSU, and he, at least at the beginning of this story, was threatening some kind of legal action if they kept giving out his former number to current players, like number 5, because he says that's his number. Even though for 150 years before, other people wore that same number. He is like making the claim like they told him no one else would wear it. Well, okay, but that doesn't mean you own any contractual rights to it. But that's led to, I don't know, 8 million jokes and memes at his expense. Like everybody in Major League Baseball. So the joke the other day was both Burleson and Walker drove in 4 runs, but they stopped so they wouldn't get to 5 because they didn't want to step on Jaden Daniels' toes.
It's coming
They
off
didn't want to be.
bad.
They didn't want to be. So I mean, have some awareness, and also if you represent him, tell him no.
Yeah.
If you're his agent or his lawyer and he says anything about that, you're like, Jaden, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
You need to stop. It's not a thing. Go play football, make a lot of money. You're doing great. Just keep doing great. Don't make yourself a clown, and he has made himself a clown.
Don't you guys think a good rule of thumb for that is if other people are not advocating on your behalf, when it comes to like an honor or something like that, maybe it's not as much of a thing as you thought. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you have to be the one being like, you better show me respect. Like, well, I mean, does everyone necessarily feel that way, or do just you feel that way?
You're 24. The honors come later.
Yeah.
You get honors when you're done playing. Just finish playing. And then later, because, and this was the thing. They did this with the stupid Colorado Buffaloes, and they retired Shedeur Sanders' number because Deion's the coach, and Deion wanted them to do it. Nobody retires the number of any player the minute they walk off campus. Ever. Like, they didn't do that for Walter Payton when he was in college. They didn't do that for Jerry Rice. You don't do that. You wait till they're done, and then you somehow honor them. But, yeah, and apparently, like, there's this, I don't know, this thing with Jaden Daniels is really stupid. But, like, they need to stop retiring numbers in college football. You only have 99 numbers total at your disposal, and certain numbers are set for certain positions. So if you retire 2 quarterback numbers, well, now you only have like 4 numbers for quarterbacks for the rest of time. And then if you have another great quarterback who wears one of those numbers, well, then you can't retire his number because you're going to run out. Just stop doing it. Just put them up on the stadium, honor them. They're in your Ring of Fame, your Hall of Honor, whatever you want to call them. And stop giving the numbers like, oh, we can't give that number away ever again. Stupid.
Why are some of the numbers like earmarked? I know that is a thing, but I don't know why that is.
Well, I mean, it was a way of like honoring, okay, this is one of the greatest people ever.
No, not that. Like, why are some numbers only used for quarterbacks, some numbers only
it's for clarity,
Just
I guess.
happened.
No, somehow it started. I think there's something in the rules about, like, you have to declare this because then they don't want people playing shenanigans. But see, it's to the point now, if you watch a college game, there will be 2 guys with the same number on each team, and it's like there's like 10 of them or 12 of them.
I noticed
but
that last year.
But they have to be on opposite sides of the ball, so you can't wear, the same. Like, you can't have 2 32s on offense. One has to be an offensive player, one has to be a deep. But they can't be on the field at the same time. But yeah, it's just stupid, and the Jaden Daniels thing is stupid. And this is one of those deals where people who work with professionals, I don't care if they're entertainers, athletes, whatever. Everybody needs someone that's going to tell them that's a bad idea. Shut up. Right? I mean, like, at some point, whether it's that, I actually had this on the sheet because Jesse Waters once again said stupid crap. Everyone needs someone in their life that's going to tell them to stop. Just no, that's a bad idea. You're being an idiot. Stop. I'm thankful that I have that. I've got more than one person that'll do that. I think it's important to have those people and not just surround yourself with people like, whatever you say, sir. Whatever you want. Yeah. Well, oh, really? We should go after them and sue them because someone else is wearing your number? Yeah, you're right. We'll go get them. Stop licking boots. Tell people the truth.
I have an athlete story.
Okay.
Does anyone know what's going on with Shaq lately? Have you guys seen? So I learned this weekend. Shaq apparently has a huge obsession with Marilyn Monroe.
Didn't know that.
To the point where he actually owns like part of her intellectual property or something. Like, he's a huge fan, and as part of his portfolio, he wanted to own some of her legacy and some of Elvis. But he's very fixated on Marilyn, and in the past has posted like AI videos of him and Marilyn Monroe getting married, which is a little weird, right? And then on August 4th, there was a post about Shaq and Marilyn again. He posted an AI photo of himself walking next to Marilyn Monroe, and they're pushing 2 babies in a stroller, and it's their babies. Like, they're married and they had 2 babies. And for some reason, Lamar Odom is on his T-shirt. Like, the AI kind of went crazy with this. The babies are like, one is black and one is white, I guess, to denote that like Marilyn is white and Shaq is black.
All right.
Like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. And the more I look into it, I'm like, I feel like I know Shaq's personality well enough to where there's probably a big percentage of this is just him being silly and like playing up his big crush on Marilyn. But there's some truth to every joke, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's just a little odd. And I guess this hasn't been common knowledge up until like kind of recently. People have been uncovering the AI Shaq and Marilyn videos. So I'm going to be following this. I'm going to see what happens next.
Am I going too far down the path of I think he's doing it all just to generate more interest in that business?
Which business?
Because he owns, as Rach pointed out, he owns he's like the second biggest investor in this business that owns rights to like Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, and other famous people that still generate revenue even though they're dead. And I wonder if it's like, this is how I'm going to get attention, so people will buy stuff from this business and I'll make money off that.
Absolutely could be. Last year.
Because that fits Shaq's personality to a T.
Yeah, like all of this, if it was someone else, I would be side-eyeing it way more. But it's like, well, Shaq likes to goof around. So, like, I kind of get what he's doing here. But last February of 2025 for Valentine's Day, he posted he and Marilyn wedding on social media. And two of his children posted. And his son said, bro, what? Like in the comment section.
Everyone's got something, right?
Everybody's got something.
Everyone's got something. And you're like, well, I can't let you into the Maryland room. Right?
But he's letting us in. That's the thing. That's the thing. He's giving us a little peek.
Tell you guys about my friend Ben Barnett at Timberline Professional Tree Care. You guys are smart. You understand what trees are. I'm sure you own several trees. I'm sure you have had a tree die. I'm sure you've planted a tree. You get the scope of what we're talking about, right? You have to be very careful, though, because I didn't know this until I met Ben. But if I wanted to, I could go out there and start a tree service tomorrow. You don't need any sort of special licensing or training or certifications or things like that. It's really much better if you do have that. Ben himself is a certified master arborist, and there's only one other person who is that within the sound of my voice. He has 7 other certified arborists who work with him. There's going to be one on your crew. It can be something as simple as what he did for me. I had a bunch of invasive honeysuckles. They're just taking up space, but were too difficult, at least for me, to dig them out. Would have taken, who knows how long. And so he did that. He can plant your trees. He can remove your trees. He can care for your trees and make sure that they don't get sick. If you think that they might be sick or someone planted them too deep or too shallow, he can do that as well. Anything tree related, of course, storm cleanup, they can do that as well. STLTreeCare.com for Timberline.
Hey there, it's Jill Schlesinger. I'm launching a new show. It's called Money Moves, and your money is going to move. We're going to help you make better financial decisions. We're going to call out the BS you're finding all over social media. We're going to give you actionable guidance to make your financial life clearer, less stressful. We're going to answer your financial questions and take the mystery out of your financial life. Follow and listen to Money Moves with Jill Schlesinger wherever you get your podcasts.
That'll be 54.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting a $10 bonus on groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, we already earned enough this morning to pay for some extra treats you can bring to school this week.
Wait, so the app pays for snacks?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
With Upside, you can earn cash back on your everyday essentials and back-to-school favorites. The free app also gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code SCHOOL10 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code SCHOOL10.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey guys, Cam Jansen here. Don't miss a hot tub and swim spa blowout sale this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the St. Charles Convention Center in the South Hall. Choose from over 30 American-made units on display. See hot tubs, swim spas, and cold tubs all ready for immediate delivery. Save up to 50% off MSRP. Financing is available. For more information, call 1-800-SPA-SALE. That's 1-800-SPA-SALE.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Tired of your phone bill constantly going up? Stop the madness with Boost Mobile. Get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month. No contracts, no catches. And that $25 price is locked in forever. Switch to Boost Mobile today.
SNL Coin. We buy gold and silver coins, silver and gold jewelry. Also buying gold-filled and silver plates. Before you sell, call SNL. 314-544-3600. 314-544-3600. SNL Coin.
Built on a century. Focused on today. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back to 222 DGS. Ricky Horton will join us at the bottom of the hour. Steve Savard will join us at the top of the next hour. Wheels, you're asking if we had talked much about the USS Abraham Lincoln situation, where, as I understand it, there were about a half a dozen sailors who were contemplating jumping overboard in the last month. How they know that, I don't know. I guess they went to some sort of
I think there were family members telling some stories. I mean, they were
one
the ones
guy did jump.
Yeah.
They've been posting photos of the inedible looking food, and Donald Trump is downplaying it, and famously last week said they said, have they been out there deployed too long? He said no, not nearly long enough. Your thoughts?
Well, what's interesting now is that there's reporting from people who cover national security professionally, who are saying that the reason that the USS Abraham Lincoln was not being resupplied properly was because the resupply hub in Bahrain was destroyed by Iran early in the war, and we just won't acknowledge that. Pete Hegseth, the guy that's in charge of all of this, just won't say it out loud because it would be embarrassing to admit something bad happened. And that means that now any logistics help has to come from more than 2,000 miles away, which is why it's taking so long, because you're coming into a hot zone. So it's not like you can just show up with a party boat and be like, here you go, guys, here's food and stuff. Everything's got to be coordinated. You got to stay in position because obviously you're there for military purposes, right? I mean, it's a dangerous part of the world at this point. So it's not like it's a simple resupply, just go load up some boats. It's a lot more complicated than that. But the fact that the administration will not acknowledge that the resupply hub in Bahrain was destroyed is leading to those guys, those sailors, not getting what they need over months and months. If you just acknowledge it and say, yep, we got to do some extra stuff because, well, we got hit, but we apparently just can't admit that anything ever goes wrong, which is the problem when you have a guy who is in charge, who looks like a Ken doll and needs everything to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. I can't admit anything went wrong. Look, it's a war. Things are going to go wrong. Things went wrong in World War II. We still came out on top, but you don't get every action right. You're going to have defeats. You're going to have things that don't go your way. But when you take the childlike approach that, hey, guys, nothing's ever wrong. It's perfect. I mean, you told us 5 months ago they were destroyed, that they had no offensive capabilities. Then why is this still going on? Why isn't it over? How many times, Dave, have we been told their Navy's decimated, their Air Force is decimated, they don't even have any more rockets to shoot at us? Well, why is it still going?
Man, I just feel so bad for these sailors. They haven't had a port call in over 200 days.
Yeah.
They were supposed to come home in May, and
just got extended 4 months.
Yeah, I mean,
or 3 months at this point.
I just feel so terrible for these sailors and for their families who are worried and waiting on them. It would be pretty mentally taxing. I mean, you take away whatever the conditions turn out to be, it would be very mentally taxing to be out at sea for over 200 days.
And what I would like are all the people who have bumper stickers and hats and shirts. And by the way, I support this idea, the support the troops stuff. I want to support the troops. They are not being supported by the Department of Defense in this. So if you have one of those bumper stickers and you're not pissed about this, there's something wrong with you. If you're someone that believes that we should be taking better care of our servicemen and women and veterans, you should be pissed about this. That's not okay. They're not in the Ardennes forest in World War II cut off from the rest of the world by the Nazi army surrounding them. This isn't the battle of the bulge. You can get there. You can do things, but you have to admit that something went wrong so that you can take that action, not just cover your eyes and pretend that nothing's going wrong. So if you are a support the troops person, this should piss you off.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about, at least in my humble opinion, the way this administration gaslights everyone and everything. And it's one thing when you gaslight us, oh, gas is $1.85 in Iowa, that kind of thing. It's another thing when your gaslighting is negatively affecting warfighters.
Well, and also their families know the truth. You don't think that they're not hearing the real story from their sons and daughters that are on that ship? So all of the spouses that are hearing about this, all the moms and dads and brothers and sisters and friends are hearing, and you're telling them they're not hearing those things from their loved ones.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Allow me to tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. File it away in your little, cabinet in your brain for things that you don't need right now, but you might need in the future. Of course, there are other window companies out there. You know this because you have a television. And I don't know about you, but my television is pretty much drug companies, window companies, and plaintiffs' attorneys. And, it can become white noise. It can become very confusing. When the time comes when you're actually thinking about replacing a window or all of your windows or something in the middle, all I would ask is that you would get a bid from Universal Windows Direct. Very easy to do. Call 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com. They're going to be very nice to you. They're going to be very professional, very courteous. They're going to offer you the DGS deal, which is you buy 4 windows, you get 4 for free. We give you 48 months to pay for those windows, interest-free, 0% interest, same as cash. Again, 314-334-2522 or universalwindowsdirect.com.
The Cardinals' conversation doesn't end when the game does. Watch the Gas House Game, Redbird Rush Hour, Sports Open Line, and sports on a Sunday morning whenever and wherever you want. Plus, exclusive conversations with Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol, president of baseball operations Chaim Bloom, players, broadcasters, and baseball insiders. Subscribe today to the KMOX Sports YouTube channel because Cardinals fans deserve a front row seat.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies.
Our weather stays quiet this afternoon, but there are 2 more cool fronts coming our way. Sunny skies this afternoon. It's a little bit warmer, 89 for most, maybe 90 in the city. But still relatively easy to take for this time of year. Tonight, here comes the next cool front. Clouds take over this evening. All is dry. Scattered showers and non-severe thunderstorms after midnight, 73. Wednesday, scattered showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Otherwise, mostly cloudy on Wednesday, 84. Next front, Wednesday night, scattered showers and thunderstorms. This front's a little bit stronger, 68 degrees. It really opens up the northwest flow. Thursday and Friday, delightful. Partly sunny, 83 each day. Right now, the weekend's looking great. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Checking your retirement account every day is like weighing yourself after every salad. It usually just causes stress. Let's build a plan that you can feel confident about. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg, Saturdays at 7 a.m., and let us help you retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety.
Taking care of yourself should fit into your life, not complicate it. Neovitin Original Formula is a complete daily multivitamin designed to support your everyday wellness routine with essential vitamins, minerals, and a natural ingredient blend, all in just 2 daily tablets. Subscribe online at neovitin.com for monthly delivery or shop Neovitin at your local Schnucks and Dearborn. Neovitin Original Formula is physician formulated to fit easily into your everyday routine. All of our vitamins are manufactured in a certified GMP facility in the USA. Neovitin, make nutrition easy.
Hey guys, it's Glover with my friend Mike at Michael's Baths. So when someone comes into your home to talk about remodeling your bathroom, wouldn't you rather talk to someone who's actually installed one? That's one of the cool things about Michael's Baths. Their experienced sales staff spent years as bathroom installers before moving into sales, so they understand the products, the installation, and what it takes to do the right job. They use premium products, provide professional installation, and their customers absolutely love the service. Call Michaels Bass at 636-775-0800 or michaelsbass.com.
Today, the Cards, the Reds.
Ameren Total Access 445. First pitch 540.
Cardinals Radio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Our conversation with Ricky Horton is brought to you by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Time to talk to our pal, Ricky Horton. Hello, Rick.
Hey, Dave. How are you? What's going on today?
Oh, it's good to have the whole team back. We had about 4 days off there, and Wheels was out of town, and Andrew was out of town, so it's good to have DGS back together.
Yeah, band's back together. That's great.
I came so close to texting you after Baez hit that third home run, but I remembered you told me, stop texting me.
Hey, I had a lot of people. I actually said it on the air. I had people, friends of mine. I have other friends, Dave. You're on the top of that list, brother. But I have friends all over the country from different walks of life and all that. I had texts from 6 or 7 different states that night because people were so enthralled by what went on. It was a good reminder for me just how widespread that moment was and how important it was.
And, we all love the Cardinals, and now we all love Josh Baez.
Yeah.
But I literally teared up seeing the Chicago Cubs crowd giving a Cardinal a standing ovation because they love baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was such a good human moment, wasn't it? I mean, the fact that, obviously the rivalry is important too. You love your team, and they should love their team. But you also got to love a human moment and actually being able to be at the ballpark. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that they will say that they were at the ballpark that day. More than 40,000 people will say that. But the people who really were there to see it, I know. And I actually was struck by the fact that Billy Williams and Fergie Jenkins were there, 2 Hall of Famers for the Cubs. And I actually said on the air, I said, look, I think those guys are going to call everybody they know and tell them about what they saw. And, so this was a moment that kind of transcended even maybe in some sense, transcended baseball.
Yeah, this is one of those things, Ricky. Guys say this all the time, and I'm sure you're a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan, but their lead singer,
my kids are.
Their lead singer Billy Corgan's a huge baseball fan, and this is a major rock star. Right? This is a person that has performed in front of millions, and he said, "Look, the baseball's the best because every time you watch a game, you're gonna see something you've never seen before. It might be a little thing, it might be a big thing, and it's crazy to think, Rick, of all the games that have ever been played." This has never happened in 150 years before.
It is amazing, and I, again, I pinched myself because I was there, and it was. I had some emotional moments that day too, and just emotional moments meeting and talking with his 30 family members on the bus, leaving the game. I mean, that was special too. And the comment that you just made is a comment that Red Shanding said all the time. That was his favorite thing to say. Come to the ballpark, you'll see something you've never seen before, and I'll never forget Red saying that.
Man, there have been nearly 250,000 baseball games played since the late 1800s. And Joshua Baez is the only person to ever hit 3 home runs in a debut.
Well, in the 1800s, they weren't even hitting home runs, were they? I mean, honestly, that's the funny thing that baseball people know, that the guy named Home Run Baker only hit 8 one year and won the batting title or the home run title. Yep. So and then of course Babe Ruth came along, and they should have changed the name of what a home run is.
Yeah, it should be called the Babe.
Exactly.
and it's fun. I will say this is not in any way a knock because baseball is hard. And then, but when you're a guy like Joshua Baez and you come up and your first day is 3 home runs and it's amazing. And then after that, it's been 0 for 14 with a bunch of strikeouts. And it's like, this game's hard. No matter how great your moments can be, you're always going to be be by it.
So he has a bunch of strikeouts. Yes, he also has a bunch of line drives that he made outs with. So that, and I'm not saying that would have, that would have made that easier. And we knew he was going to strike out some.
Of course.
I think more important is how he, because I just was down in the clubhouse and he was down there all smiles and chatting with all of us in the clubhouse, and really likable guy. And he didn't seem to be affected by that. That's the biggest thing. He's not sitting in a corner saying, "Oh, I've had the worst 2 days of my life because I haven't gotten a hit." I mean, I don't think he's, and that's one thing Ollie says about him. This guy he's got that factor. He's got a little bit of an edge to him, which I love. And I love hearing players described that way. I think it's not a bad thing for a baseball player to have that.
He had, Ricky, what a lot of people at the major league level, front office people, managers, coaches have said for years, is that he went through it in the minors. He has known rock bottom. He has struggled. He has repeated levels. He's had to go through all that. So it's nothing new when it happens at the big league level.
So there's a thing now, which is, and you guys know about this probably, but there's a thing called a developmental list that
right.
if basically what you do is it's a list for people. We say we drafted you, but we're not sure why we did that now because we don't have a team to put you on, and you just can't compete at a level that that we want to see you, so you're going to go and develop somewhere by yourself or with a group of people, and that's not, I mean, and to be put on that list, and Baez was put on that list at one point because all he was at that time was a walking strikeout, and he's still striking out, but if you're going to hit 34 home runs and drive in 90 runs, strike out all you want as long as you do those two things, and that's the thing about today's game. Everybody thinks, well, I can strike out, it's not a big deal. Not if you hit 220 and have 3 home runs, it is a big deal. I mean, you got to be doing something, bring something to the table, and he does.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Meanwhile, we keep on competing.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm so close to winning 2 games yesterday, and everybody's just kind of sick about that. I mean, they're going to the bottom of the 9th, and the Reds, who've been so good at winning 1-run games, they lost a 1-run game in the afternoon, and then pulled one out in the bottom of the 9th, then the 10th last night. But still overall a good day.
When you look at, Ricky, what you saw yesterday, I mean, this is going to be a tough week. I mean, yesterday having the doubleheader and having to use as many pitchers as they did in the first game because it was a game to win. It's a 1-run game. You need to go win that game, and then you worry about game 2 and game 2. But you could see how tough it is, and I think that's going to stay that way now that you've got 3 more games in Cincy, and then you got to go into another place. It's a tough spot right now late in the year trying to manage workloads and stuff.
It is, and that's what the manager and the pitching coach and Heim, they're spending a lot of time thinking about all the things that you just said. But it's interesting about that word tough because I think this young Cardinal team is tough. And I can't say I've always said that about, a young team isn't always that way. The Cardinals haven't always been that way. But the fact that they're tough enough to, it was going to be tough to play the Diamondbacks when they were hot in a 3-game series, and they won that. Going to be tough to go to Wrigley Field in Chicago with a long road. I mean, so toughness is something they kind of get past somehow. And I don't see how it's going to happen, but they're finding a way.
I'm curious if you've heard this, Dave, or if you've seen it too, and I'm sure you've heard it from people too, Ricky. But I've had a lot of Cardinals fans contrast this team with the past couple years and say even when they're struggling, even though look, they're 2 games over 500, so they're competitive, they're in it. They're just more fun, and I think that's just the nature of young talent, where you can also see like the nice future on the horizon too, right? It's more than just what your record is; it's that. But it's also, man, we can see there's so much more they're capable of too.
All due respect to the veterans. But from what I hear, I've not been in the clubhouse, but I think Arenado and Goldschmidt could be a little bit dour, that kind of brought things down. Plus, we had a couple, really not very good players. I mean, with Michaelis and Fetty, and I don't feel that this year. We have some guys who have struggled more than others, but everyone's competitive, and everyone just seems to be having the time of their life. And when you look at the guys who have really stepped up this year, and then you see that we have the best middle infield in baseball, it's hard not to have a good time.
Yeah, I think to some extent you might say every 23-year-old on the planet thinks that every 40-year-old on the planet is dour. I mean, that's kind of a reality. Yeah. I mean, you're talking about almost a generational difference. But like the older players, I get that too. You start to think about, well, the season's coming to a close. This is the last time I'm going to play. I mean, I wonder if they're going to trade. I mean, you think differently. When you're young, you're just enjoying the heck out of it. And how about the moment yesterday when Herrera threw out Ellie De La Cruz stealing? And they take the ball, they present it to him, and they throw it to the authenticator. And John, I made the comment with John on the air that I think Herrera's going to buy that ball from the authentic store because he's going to want to have that one. But they were. It was like they just got the last day of school in the Cardinals dugout. They were so excited and jumping up and down like kids, and honestly, frankly, that's what they are.
Yeah, I think clearly that's a good sign, right? Like when it's so open, like that's something that players can be self-conscious about, right? If you're a catcher that can't throw anybody out, not that I know anything about this, but it gets in your head. You're like, man,
a little too close to home.
Yeah, very close. It's the reason why I couldn't keep doing it. But like, I get how that feels, but normally that's one of those things that drags you down. But the fact that they're all so comfortable with each other, where they can joke about something like that, I think is a great sign.
Well, how about this? I think when I played for Lasorda, I was around La Russa a lot, played for Herzog. I think Tony La Russa thought that a pressure-packed player was going to perform the best. Tommy Lasorda felt that, so that was La Russa. Tommy Lasorda felt that an emotional player was going to play the best, and Whitey Herzog thought that a prepared player is going to play the best. I think Ollie Marmol has hit on a chord with today's player in 2026 to say that a player having fun and being relaxed is going to play the best, and I think he's hit on something.
Totally agree.
I agree.
And those things can all tie together, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I do think that having that comfort for all of us, right? Whether you're calling a game, think about how the first time you did a broadcast, Rick, or the first time any of us did a radio show, and you have that tightness to you because you're trying to figure it out. And then once you're comfortable, all right, it comes natural, it comes easier. And I think there's no question that with all the extra failure pressure that players face, that's even more exaggerated.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I was really loosey-goosey when I did my first game with Jack Buck. I wasn't exactly kind of comfortable in everything that was coming out of my mouth, running it in my head four times. Should I say that? Should I say this? You guys get it. You got to find your voice and find your way, and you got to find yourself as a player too.
All right, buddy. Have a great rest of the series, and we will talk to you Friday, I believe.
Yeah, you bet, guys. We'll talk Friday.
I'll tell you guys about Dr. Kathy Maupin, Dr. Rachel Sullivan. They were just in last week because they celebrated their 24th anniversary of BioBalance Health. BioBalance Health was one of the very first medical spas in St. Louis at all, much less to do hormone replacement therapy. They do the pellets. And Kathy, when she was in last week, I said, like, are there new advancements? And she thought a minute. She said, not really. She said, these things work so well. There will be, we'll figure something out in the future we haven't figured out yet. But said these things have been working so well that they've kind of kept them the same. Now, they're different for every person. I'm going in, I think it's October. And what the pellets that I get will be significantly different from the guy before me who may be my same height, weight, and age. So they really are tailored to you. A lot of the testosterone places sell strictly to guys, strictly on erectile dysfunction. The pellets do everything that those guys say that they can do with their drugs. Ours do that. We just don't feature that as much because we think about the person as being holistic, male or female. Right next door is BioBalance Skin. Make your face look as good and young and wrinkle-free as it can without it getting weird or permanent or painful. BioBalanceHealth.com.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond, their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here. The 3-2 pitch with the runner going a swing.
Ready to elevate your game? Join the MBA Sportscasters Forum on Tuesday, September 15th in St. Louis. Learn from Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and Hall of Famer John Rooney as they break down play-by-play, reporting, interviewing, and covering the game. Then cap off the day with the Cardinals versus Giants at Busch Stadium. Step into the booth. Sharpen your skills. Go to KMOX.com/events for details and registration.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Swiffer Power Mop. I have a dare for you. After you use your old mop and bucket, put on your whitest socks and walk across the floor. Now look down. What's that gray stuff on your socks? I used to have that too, until I switched to Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop breaks down and locks away tough messes. Take the dare. Try Swiffer Power Mop. White sock approved. The smarter way to clean your floors. It's time to make the swap. Swiffer Power Mop.
All right, baseball fans, listen up because big hits are getting even bigger with Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel. Customers choose their own reward every Tuesday to use on home run bets. So how are you going to play your game? Well, option one, there's the bet reset. You use this on your wager and you're going to get refunded in bonus bets if your bet loses. Or option two, a 50% profit boost. Make your bet, activate the profit boost, and if it hits, that's extra winnings at no extra cost. So make your choice and the reward will be ready to use on your next home run bet. Betting the Redbirds, betting anybody else in the National League Central, take your pick. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to choose your reward for home run bets every Dinger Tuesday. Play ball with the home for home runs on FanDuel, an official partner of MLB. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
It's 2:49. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. As you know, we like to feature organizations who are helping out anytime it's for kids or veterans. We will be there for you. Just reach out to Andrew and we will get you on the show. Coming up this Sunday, the Country Club of St. Albans, the USMC James T. Conway Golf Tournament is taking place to benefit the Simplify Society of St. Louis. Joining us on the line is former Marine Corps Major Infantry Officer Chuck Smith. Major, great to talk to you. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm great, Dave. How are you?
Doing very well. So I go way back with Simplify. You guys do such great work. For the people in my audience who are not familiar with Simplify, tell us what you guys do.
Yeah, absolutely. First, I want to say thank you because you're absolutely right. You've been a big supporter of ours, and we appreciate all that year in and year out. Believe it or not, this is our 22nd year of raising funds, and that's ultimately what we do is we raise funds for the Simplify in America's Fund, which is a national organization that benefits all veterans out there, not just the Marines, but every service, for our service members who have been injured in combat and still have issues today from all the errors that we fought in. So Vietnam, Persian Gulf, and then, of course, most recently, the global war on terror that we still fight today. So we have been the single one-day largest fundraiser for that organization year in, year out. And because of all the generosity of our St. Louis friends and family and supporters, we have raised over $5 million over those last 22 years. And that's a testament to the generosity of St. Louisans. And so we want to say thank you to everybody for that.
Yeah, truly amazing. And, you know, Major, I think about this quite a lot. I never served, which is why I try to do everything I can to support veterans, because I did not wear the uniform. But my dad did. He joined the Navy when he was just turned 17 years old in World War II. My brother served during the Vietnam era. And we know so much more now about PTSD and complex PTSD. And back then, they didn't know anything. They knew battle fatigue and shell shocked and, you know, just not fitting in well, going back to work and raising a family. And thank God we now have some tools we didn't have back then.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is one of the areas that we do support through the Semper Fi and America's Fund. It's interesting you say that, because I was the commanding officer of a weapons company. And you talk about PTSD, we talk about 22 lives a day that are lost to suicide. And I saw that in my own organization. And the wounds, although there are physical wounds from those that are injured in combat, there are also the mental wounds that exist. And they're going to be there for a long, long time. And so we have to continue our mission. We have to continue helping people and addressing those mental health issues that they have. And I'm certain that the money that we raise, some of it goes to those particular issues for sure.
Major, I would never ask you to be political at all, but we are fighting a war now. Can you talk about how it is especially important during times of war to support veterans and support the families of those who may have men and women deployed?
Yeah, 100%. You know, I spent some time in the Middle East. I was there. I got sent to the Middle East as part of a small team of myself and 5 other Marines. We went shortly after Colbert Towers was blown up. And I'll tell you that as part of that small team, I wondered oftentimes, did Americans even know that we were there? We lived out in the population, and it was there were a lot of things going on at that time. A lot of things that Americans don't know. And so today, you know, we see this war in Iran going on, and there are things happening that we just don't know. And there are people in places today all throughout the world that we don't even know that they're there, but they are. And they absolutely need our support. They need our thoughts. They need our prayers. And most importantly, that we could help with, we could raise some funds for them, because at some point in time, they may need our help beyond what our government can provide. And again, as you said, I don't want to get political about it, but sometimes we don't have a choice. When you volunteer for our nation and for our Department of Defense and our different services we have, we've got a mission to go do. Whether we agree with it or not, we're sent, we do it, we don't ask questions, we do what we're asked to do. Sometimes it's unpleasant, but a lot of times and most of the times it's necessary. And so the support that these service members need is paramount for our success in all conflicts throughout the globe.
Major, the golf tournament is coming up this Sunday, the 23rd at St. Albans. What can people do? Do you need golfers? Do you need auction items? How can they help?
So we're set with the golfers. We're set with the auction items. But here's where people can help. If you are not golfing, if you're not going to be at our auction fundraiser, you can still give. So we've got a website. The website is semperfistl.org, and there's a little button on there that says Donate Now. If you can't attend on Sunday at our St. Albans event, you can still donate. You don't have to go that day to participate. You can simply go to our website, again, semperfistl.org, and make a donation, and we would be greatly, greatly appreciative of it.
Excellent. Major, you and Semper Fi are welcome back in the DGS anytime you want. Thank you for all of your work, and have a great time on Sunday.
Okay, thanks, sir. I appreciate it, and thanks for all your support.
Very welcome. Want to talk about Lombardo, Rach?
Yeah, Lombardo Homes is excited to introduce 2 brand new opportunities in St. Charles County. There's Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails. These are new townhomes from the high 300s. Or you could do South Point Estates. These are expansive 3+ acre home sites in the top rated Wentzville school district. It could create the perfect setting for your custom dream home. Of course, there are other communities to choose from, and you can build on your own lot with the Anywhere Lombardo program.
Yeah, not many builders in town are going to be able to show you new home sites from the 300s to $1 million. But that's what Lombardo does, and they do them great. And I can tell you, knowing the president of the company, Mike Van Pammel, very good friend of mine, that they are going to care as much building you the $300,000 townhome and having you be happy with it, whether it's your first home or you're downsizing from a bigger home, you're retired and the kids are gone and all that, as they will the $1 million house. Great people. You can learn all about them by going to lombardohomes.com.
Homeowners, I know a lot of you are worried about one thing when it comes to selling, and that's leaving money on the table. Hey, this is Kevin Wheeler. I'm here with Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So, Gloria, how do you help sellers make sure that they get top dollar?
The reality is, most homes don't sell for what they should. I see it happen all the time. They either price it wrong or they don't create enough demand. But with over 2,400 buyers in my Buyers in Waiting database and my exclusive pricing strategy, I'm able to offer my seller a 100% market value guarantee. And if I can get you 100% of your home's market value, I'll pay you the difference. So you don't have to wonder if you left money on the table. You can sell with confidence, knowing you maximize your sale.
Make sure you get every dollar for your home. That's why you call St. Louis real estate expert Gloria Liu at 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Dollar General.
Meta Platforms launched a new open-source version of the company's Muse AI model called Muse Glimmer. Along with the Muse Glimmer announcement, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg included a 14-page essay on his vision for artificial intelligence, saying that the U.S. needs to maintain its lead over China in the AI race, adding that AI power should not be concentrated in the hands of just a few companies. I'm Jason Brooks.
Back to school season is here, and Dollar General has everything you need to start the school year strong. Don't forget to grab a pair of bright yellow sunglasses from the Yellow Glasses Project for just $2. Every purchase makes a difference, with 100% of proceeds helping support teachers, classrooms, and nonprofit organizations working to improve reading and literacy skills across the country. Stop by Dollar General today and shine bright with the Yellow Glasses Project, available now at Dollar General. The Yellow Glasses Project is a program of the Dollar General Literacy Foundation.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got some clouds. It's 87 degrees downtown at the Arch. The mayor is reacting to criticism by the police union for a conversation at a fallen officer's funeral. The union did not like the topic of pay and benefits that came up. They put out a statement expressing their displeasure, but did not reach out to the mayor directly. Mayor Kara Spencer called in to the Chris and Amy show, came in.
So the public statement was the first thing that you saw.
That is correct, yes. And we were not made aware of it directly, but, heard about it, saw it, which is, just a really unfortunate way of interacting with the chief elected office holder of the city of St. Louis.
The mayor says she has not reached out to the union nor the chief, but the chief did go on with Chris and Amy.
This probably wasn't the right time to have that conversation.
The chief was not in attendance at the funeral, but says one of the officers in the conversation did approach him with concerns. Tonight at the Maplewood City Hall, Wing, the drone delivery company, will present the business model as they expand operations to St. Louis regional Walmarts. Jesse Poole-Lang tells KMOX it's a part of them showcasing their product, engaging the level of interest.
The process involves us setting up these conversations with these communities, making sure it's a good fit, and then we apply for permits before we're ready to launch and service the community.
Says their drones are autonomous and can deliver anything under 20 pounds, from a phone charger to hot and cold beverages. Democrats working on a legislative agenda for the November elections so they can say they try to lower costs for Americans. What happens to those plans if they lose? Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski of Illinois says she's working on ways to lower energy and gas bills, says the results of the midterms should not deter their work.
There are other conversations that are happening at a bipartisan level. I know Mike is a part of these too. When you talk about permitting reform, these are things that maybe don't have to wait until January.
Budzinski says she's pushing for year-round E15 gas, saying it can lower the cost at the pump while the Iran war continues. President Trump says the U.S. has no planned talks with Iran, but insists the Strait of Hormuz remains open. This comes after a reported strike on a ship exiting the waterway, and as Iran and Oman say they're close to a deal to reopen the waterway. City SC taking that sentiment to heart this Saturday, hosting Tina Turner Night at Energizer Park for their match against the Houston Dynamo, honoring the St. Louis music legend with a full stadium takeover. Let's get the update on the St. Louis Business Index now. We go to Stiefel and Scott Bedell.
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. The technology sector, particularly the semiconductor stocks, hit some turbulence today, dragging down most of the major indexes. At the close, the Dow Jones Industrial Average finished lower by 116 points, or just a little less than 0.25% at 53,343. The S&P 500 lost 0.7% to 7,691, while NASDAQ was hardest hit, falling 1.33% at 26,289. Closer to home, the Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index slid 0.9% to 1,754. Checking on some stocks of local interest, Bayer Corporation up 2%, closing at $14.11. Spire gained 1% at $83.13. On the downside, Emerson Electric fell 2.5% at $157.82. Belden Corporation lost a little less than 6%, finishing at $129.40. And finally, Stiefel Financial down 0.33%. They finish at $83.73. This has been Scott Bedell from Stiefel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stiefel.com.
Dave Murray says tonight some non-severe storms after midnight, 73. For tomorrow, some scattered showers, non-severe storms, high temperature of 84. Sponsored by Spas and More. It's 87 right now. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Cam Jansen here. Don't miss the hot tub and swim spa blowout sale this weekend at the St. Charles Convention Center in the South Hall. Over 30 American-made units on display, immediate delivery, and financing available. For more info, call 1-800-SPA-SALE.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Some things changing in local television news. Our good pal Mike Bush, after 41 years on Channel 5, has retired, and he did his last show last week. And I'm Scottish. I cry all the time, but I was misting up because Mike is such a great guy and has meant so much to St. Louis. And then, lo and behold, another of our friends, Steve Savard, takes over that position. Wheels on, if it was you and me or if it was me and Steve. But before we knew this, we were like, what the hell are they doing? Steve Savard, he's standing right there. Will you just get him before you get some douchebag? And so Steve joins us now. Steve, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Is Wheels, you in there too?
I am.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me on. I appreciate it.
So, Steve, let's talk a little bit about Mike before we forget about him and never mention his name again. But, I mean, what a legacy, man. Just decades on end, and I know you guys go all the way back.
Well, if I had $1 for every time the phrase "big shoes to fill" has been thrown my way 3 weeks, but you know what? I've used it countless times, and it is, and I understand that. And sitting here, I think KSDK did a fantastic job of really saluting what Mike has meant, not to this station, but to the community, and worn so many different hats. I think they did a fantastic job. And you talk about tearing up or welling up on Thursday when he said his goodbye. How composed was Mike? I sat there in the newsroom and I watched, and I thought to myself, at some point, is he going to break? He did. It was so well written, and it was so heartfelt, and I really admired how he kept it together. And they are big shoes to fill. But the great news is I'm stepping into a train that's already rolling down the tracks, thanks to Mike, Kelly, and Scott, Frank. Just be myself and keep the train rolling.
So one of these days, I'll sign off my last time, even though you just got the gig. One of these days, you'll sign off for your last time. Between now and then, Steve, what do you want to accomplish? When you do sign off that final time, what do you want viewers to be able to look back on and go, man, that was a great era?
I always just say, and I've got 27 years at a previous station here. I always just say I want people to say two things about me. I was professional and I was prepared. This is such a subjective business that you can't control how everybody perceives you. But the two things you can't control about your performance: are you a professional? And unfortunately, this is as immodest as I'll get about Steve Savard. Fortunately, I'm appreciative that I get that compliment a lot. And then the other thing is, what you can control is your preparation. Are you prepared when you go out on a shoot? When I go into a veteran's living room and I'm asking him for his time and his emotions to tell his service story, am I prepared to do the best job possible to tell the story? And before I walk out on the air at 5, 6, and 10, have I done my due diligence? Have I gone through scripts? Am I prepared to communicate stories that matter to people in St. Louis? So those are the two things I care about, Dave: professionalism and preparation.
Well, I know that you need to get going now so you can be prepared for the news tonight. And Steve, you know this. We're boys. Anytime you need the microphone at KMOX, you just reach out and you are on. And we're very proud of you and very happy for St. Louis. And I think this is the best move possible.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. You guys are awesome. And anytime you guys want to chat, I'm up for it.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
That's the way that's supposed to happen.
I like him.
Yeah.
I've always liked Steve.
Yeah, that's the way that's supposed to happen. You replace one great guy with another great guy.
Yeah. It is, I didn't get the experience of this in another place. It's only what I've known since I've come here. But everybody in those positions is like that.
Yeah.
Around town. Whether it's Frank or it's Martin Kilcoyne or it's Rennie. Like every guy that I have ever run into, TV, radio, whatever, everybody's kind of that same vibe for the most part.
Especially with Mike and Steve.
Yeah.
And I know Mike better than I know Steve. But I'll tell you this. If I'm ever in a situation where someone is praising me and I'm like, oh, stop it. Complete bull crap.
You almost said the real one.
I want you to keep praising me.
Dave, it's just a front.
When Mike Bush says that, he means it.
Yeah.
He is really uncomfortable with people, even like on his last show, and he was walking to down the hallway to take that seat for the last time, and people were clapping. You could tell it made him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who he kind of reminds me of? Fred Bottomer.
Yeah.
Just like kind of showing up and doing your job every day and like being this integral part of what's going on, but not thinking you're a big deal because of it.
Not calling attention to himself.
Yeah, just someone who just shows up and does his work and does an incredible job.
Yeah. Yeah, good for both those guys.
Yep.
Oh, you got made fun of at Schnucks?
I did.
Huh?
I've been really excited.
It was a light
I've been really
mocking.
excited to hear the story.
It was a light mocking.
Okay.
I was at Schnucks and I was looking. I had noticed that Schnucks had liquid IV on sale.
Uh-huh.
And Kurt has been drinking a liquid IV every day when he gets home because he's like working out in the heat.
Yeah.
And so I try to like have one ready for him when he walks in the door just to be nice. And we were out completely out. I'm like, I guess I'm gonna go buy some from the store instead of ordering it online. So they had it on sale, and there were so many different flavors, and the drink aisle was quite crowded. But finally, it was like my chance to be in front of the Liquid IV. But the way they had it organized, it was a little confusing because they didn't have all of like the same amounts by each other. It was kind of scattered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
So the prices were different, and I'm going like, well, which flavor is he gonna like? And I realized like, oh, I am kind of taking a long time here. And this guy comes, he goes, I'm just going to reach past you and get this. I'm like, oh, okay. Sorry about that. He goes, yeah, there's just so many different flavors. And I'm like, and I didn't clock it at first. I didn't get it. I was like, yeah, there really are. I'm not sure. There totally are. And then like, I pretty much immediately realized that he was being sarcastic and making fun of me. And I just had to laugh. It was pretty funny.
What are there, like 3, right? Of the Liquid IVs?
There's a ton of Liquid
there's a
IV
ton.
flavors. No, there's a ton. I actually am not 100% confident this guy was making fun of you because there are.
It was the stank
The
on his
tone?
voice.
There's a
Yeah.
tone? Okay.
Like it was lighthearted, but it was like kind of like just make a decision.
So if that had happened on
I have
social
had-
media, it probably would have seemed like a big punch in the face. But because we have context,
Yeah, the context
Yeah.
was just like, oh, he's just giving me a little crap because I am blocking the goods.
I have a ruling. I don't know if you guys saw this story. The Little League Baseball World Series is going on right now, or the play-ins, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Wheels, I'll get this wrong. I think the kids were 11. The one where the coach made the mound visit. Have you seen this?
where they were mad that, or not, some people were mad because he invoked religion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for Rach and Andrew, goes out to a mound visit for an 11-year-old pitcher, and he's mic'd up, and he knows he's mic'd up,
Right.
and he knows he's on television.
Right.
And he says, paraphrasing, hey, if you strike this kid out and win the game, Jesus is still Lord.
Right.
And if he hits a home run and the other team wins, Jesus is still Lord.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. Now, I'm an agnostic, and I almost cried. I thought that was so sweet. It didn't bother me in the least. Like, this is great.
No.
This is your life, and good for you.
Yeah.
But he's being eviscerated.
So stupid.
One, for invoking Christ on a baseball field, and two, saying, oh, you're just self-aggrandizing yourself. This was about you. It's not about Jesus or the kid.
Okay, knowing nothing about this situation, I would assume this guy is not going to say that to the kid unless they're both Christians and they've talked about their faith
He's known the
before.
kid since he was 8.
Right,
so
like-
he's coached the kid for 3 or 4 years.
He's not going to go to like a militantly atheist
Right.
11-year-old and be like, Jesus is still Lord. Like, because he knows that's
Right.
not going to mean anything to him. So, I mean, you have to kind of trust their relationship. I think it's sweet too.
Precisely.
Even if there's no relationship there, I think it's more, the message is not, at least the message that I'm taking away from it is not all glory to Christ as King. And the message is more like, hey, look, man,
You're fine either way.
you're fine either
life
way.
goes on.
Right.
Life is going to go
Yes.
on. You nail this and you strike him out. You're awesome. If he homers off of you and you lose, you're still awesome. Don't let this, don't let this change the way you live your life one way or another. At least I feel like, again, not really knowing the situation, I feel like that's the message that he was trying to impart. It's just a way of saying that.
Yeah. This whole thing, the fact that there's even a controversy on this is idiotic, because every conversation along those lines is about the context of who you're speaking with. What's your
Like
relationship
me
with
at
them?
Schnooks with the Liquid IV guy. Like, we're cool like that. So it was fine.
He's like, you could pick orange and Jesus is still
mean-
Lord.
for all we know, and I did not look any deeper into this because I don't need to.
Right.
I know that coach has coached that kid for 4 years, which means they have a mutual understanding of what each other's about, right? And that means also that the parents of that young player are cool with this coach, because you don't stay with a team you don't like. You don't stay with a coach you don't like. People typically move on. So clearly there is a connection there of some kind. What we don't know, and I didn't look into this, for all we know, that coach and that kid's dad are best friends. We have no idea. And the fact that people are immediately looking to be enraged because somebody invoked religion, it's okay if you know someone. Now, if they didn't know each other, if that was an umpire who was going out to talk to a coach or a player and immediately went into something like that, and you have no connection to that person whatsoever, okay, it's a little more controversial. It's a little bit weirder.
It
but
also
this guy
makes no
clearly knows the
sense.
kid. Right.
Like,
Exactly.
for you to say something like that to someone who's not a believer, like, it doesn't make sense to them because they don't believe. It's kind of like, it just sounds like two Christians speaking to each other.
Yeah.
It's very plain to me.
It'd be like walking out and going like, look, this, you give up a home run and this other team wins, ball still sits on his throne.
Right.
Like, if you said that to the average person, they'd be like, why are you saying that to me? You're not really like, this is not a productive meeting right now.
And it's also not nearly the same thing as, say, a teacher in a class doing something like that.
Yeah.
It's even though there are situations where that might be totally okay depending on the relationship and the understanding. But like the whole point, like, for example, your teacher and your family, you go to the same church, so you know each other. You know that you see things the same way. There's a difference, though, between a teacher, let's say at a public school, not at a private school. Private school is a completely different thing. And a coach of a private organization who you choose to be a part of, you choose to be with this coach. It's fine. It's totally fine.
And devil's advocate, if he doesn't know the kid as well as he did, and the kid's Jewish or comes from an atheist family, you can have a conversation.
Yes.
It doesn't have to blow up around the world.
No.
You can say like, hey, you know what? We're agnostics and we don't we don't do the Jesus thing a whole lot. I'd appreciate it you just keeping it to sports. You've had a conversation.
Yeah.
You fixed it.
Yes. But it's not anybody else's issue. The internet doesn't need to be mad about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, and this can go in a lot of different directions. It can be with a coach that chews a player out as opposed to what this guy did. This guy was just trying to relax the kid and say, hey, man, you're going to be fine.
Not the worst thing the coach has said
But
to a
even
kid.
if a coach is out there berating a player, that's usually done with some relationship.
Yeah.
Like those two know each other. They've worked together for hours and hours and hours, and there's something that goes with that.
Yeah. You'd be like, look, if you give up a home run, Jesus is still Lord, and he's real pissed at you. He's coming back soon. He's looking for you.
Jesus is still Lord, and he will smite.
He's looking your way. He's so disappointed right now. I'll tell you guys about Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. Great guy, really cares about his customers and his clients. As I've said, he's talked to many, many of you from the DGS, and I thank you for that very much. You've made me look really good to Stewie. You have called him and texted him on his cell phone. 3 or 4 of you, he said, you know what? I'm going to advise you to hold up. Let a little time go by. Here's why. I think this, I think that. Although he is very aggressive, with most things. So if he's telling you that, there's a really good reason. He has the bagel loan that no one else has. It's called a bagel because a bagel looks like a zero and you pay 0 fees. Any other mortgage person in St. Louis, let me be clear, can do the same thing. They could pay your fees. They choose not to. And every day, Stewie chooses to do that. So he's already ahead of everyone else. Right now, he's doing something that no one else is doing again. And he's offering you, for every new 30-year mortgage that's originated, you're going to pay 1% less on the interest rate for the first 12 months than you normally would. So if your credit score earns you a 6%, you're going to pay 5% for the first 12 months, always making it as advantageous to you as he possibly can. Here's his cell phone, 314-324-4440, 324-4440, NMLS 226715.
Sometimes it feels like the news is full of things that have never happened before, and that is not exactly true. In fact, it may have happened this very week, hundreds or thousands of years ago. I'm Sally Helm, host of the podcast History This Week from the History Channel. Trade embargoes? Thomas Jefferson tried them. Rent too high? We've been arguing about that for a while. Each episode is proof. The past isn't that far away. Listen to History This Week, available now on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Mom, now that I have an after-school job, I think I want to buy a drum kit.
Okay, rock star. Let's look at your account. When kids start making money, Chase has easy-to-use tools and expert bankers to help them learn how to manage it.
And next month, I'll buy the bass drum and the cymbals. Oh, and maybe some noise-canceling headphones for you.
Aw, you've thought of everything. Help kids save, budget, and build financial independence, all with Chase. That's good for kids and good for parents. Visit your local Chase branch and get started.
Account subject to approval. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Tom's Garage Doors, Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, CEO of Don's Garage Doors. You change the oil in your car, you service your air conditioner, your garage door deserves the same attention. A simple tune-up catches worn parts before they fail, keeps everything running quietly, and can add years of life to your system. Garage doors usually warn you before they break. We're here to help before that happens. Call Don's today for our $29.95 tune-up special.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Ann Wagner from Missouri's 2nd District. I work every day to put more money in your pocket, secure the border, protect our shared Missouri values, and keep our communities safe. Whether it's visiting one of my public events in neighborhoods around the district or by contacting my office, I want to hear from you. If you need help with a federal agency, please contact me at wagner.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
One city, one voice. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX 323. Wheels just letting me know that Frank Beard, the great drummer for ZZ Top, just passed away.
Yeah, hit the, I don't know exactly when, but the news hit probably a half hour ago.
And I didn't realize Dusty Hill had passed.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, not long after COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
That is too bad. That is sad. R.I.P.
What a great band.
Andrew, Megan has talked you into moving into a tiny house.
I think I want a tiny home. I was talking to Kevin about this a little bit before the show. I'm interested in it. I'm intrigued, let's say. So we stayed in a very small studio apartment in the city over the weekend, and I don't mind it. I mean, I don't live in a big place now. I've never lived in a big place, really. I mean, my dad's house is a normal sized house, but other than that, I've lived in like very small places. And so she was telling me like this is what she wants. She wants like a 300 square foot studio apartment. I think that we would drive each other crazy having like so little space. She disagrees. She wants like as minimalist a space as like possible to live in, and she's been trying to talk me into a tiny house for years now. Ever since she first learned about them, a decade ago, she's been like, she watches videos about them all the time. She's very interested in them, and like I think I could do it. I don't need or use a lot of space at home. And the idea of doing things a little more minimalist, a little more Spartan is appealing to me. I have too much stuff, and I don't use or need or even necessarily want most of it, I think, at this point in my life. If ever I did, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing to me. I have no idea how you get one. I have no idea how you even go about like looking into one.
I think you can buy them on Amazon.
So some of them,
might
yeah,
be able to, yeah.
Some of them, yeah, like Home Depot sells them almost like a shed or whatever. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Could you see yourself living in like a smaller space than you have now? Or
I think it's attractive.
There's something attractive about it, right? And then of course the logic goes like, if you look at a lot of the tiny houses that people show off, it's like if you spend less on the house itself and maintenance on the house itself, then you can afford to have nicer things in that house.
Yeah.
Instead of a big house, you can have a small house with like a nice bathtub or whatever.
Michael Kelly went through a metamorphosis a few years back. He has a really nice condo in the West End, and he just threw everything out. And he's a gatekeeper about bringing something in. Like if I were to buy him something like, hey, Mike, I thought you might like this, blah, blah, blah. He would probably accept it because he's a nice guy, but he wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want a bunch of suits, doesn't want a bunch of clothes, doesn't want a bunch of knickknacks and that kind of thing. So
there's something I like, again, I don't know if I always felt that way, but there's something about it that's very appealing to me now.
You could be the Marie Kondo of Godfrey.
Very little of it sparks joy. Like I have those days, and today's kind of one of them where I just have that urge to like
purge.
Yeah, just
The
go
urge to
home. Urge to
purge.
purge. That's I like that. That's good. Just go home and just throw a bunch of stuff out, find a bunch of stuff to donate, get a storage locker or whatever.
Maybe we could buy a couple of acres and each put up a tiny home right next to each other.
That would be so fun.
Like a Beatles cartoon.
I'm glad you picked up on what I'm getting at here.
It's 3:27. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Every step matters. That's why Steve All and the entire team at the All Financial Group have signed up to walk and fundraise for the St. Jude Walk on September 12th. St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital is leading the way the world understands, treats, and defeats childhood cancer. And here's what makes them truly remarkable. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude, so parents can focus on one thing, and one thing only, their child. We want you to be a part of this. You can join our team and walk with us on September 12th or simply make a donation. And here's the good news. Steve will personally match every dollar you give up to $1,000. To donate or to register to walk with the All Financial Group, visit steveall.com. That's steveaul.com. Or call 636-230-8824 for more information. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, a registered investment advisor. All Financial Group LLC is not affiliated with St. Jude's Research Hospital and does not accept or collect donations on their behalf.
Tell you guys about Michael's Flooring Outlet. Mike has been with me for 25 years. As you know, it's about as simple gets because he makes it simple. I remember the first time I met him, like, Dave, look, I buy a product from the manufacturer like Mohawk, Coronet, and then I mark it up like everyone does, and he marks it up less than anybody. So he's going to have the best prices on anything you're looking at. Also, he told me one time, kind of a mistake, which I have capitalized on now for 25 years. He said, I've told my guys at all three stores, if someone comes in from the DGS, you make sure you bend over backwards, you twist like a pretzel, anything you need to do to make that sale, because we don't want anyone going back to Dave and saying that we made it difficult on them. So it's an easy shopping experience. It's an easy negotiating experience, and they are great at installation. I have a big, beautiful hardwood floor, parquet kind of thing in my house that they put in, and we absolutely love it. For all things Michael, go to michaelsflooringoutlet.com.
Traffic from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com traffic center.
We currently have a crash on westbound 44 at the exit to Shrewsbury. The Shrewsbury exit's closed. It looks like maybe an overturned vehicle, so there's a little bit of a backup as you come through the area because folks realize they can't get off at Shrewsbury. So that means you have to go all the way west to Elm to turn around because of it. If you're on westbound 64, Hampton out to Clayton Skinker's a little busy, a little slowdown past Lindbergh. After that, you're good to go till you get to Lake St. Louis Boulevard. Then it's congested out to Highway 70. From there, eastbound 64, Mason to 270, 170 to Big Bend. That's all slow. South 270, south of 364 through Olive, busy. And then 64 down through Manchester, and then Gravois through Tesson Ferry, just several slowdowns on the way down on South 270. Southbound 55, slow about midway down from M to Highway Z. Got the usual delays on the Illinois side, east to westbound 64. Eastbound's east to 157 to 159. Westbound's about midway between 159 and 157. And, of course, it goes down to the closure at 255. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
You might think KMOX is just a radio station, but it's really a conversation about the city we love, the teams we cheer for, the things we celebrate, the things we debate, the issues we care about, the stories happening right outside your door, the things that matter. We're talking about you. 104.1 FM, KMOX. Join the conversation. Everyone's welcome.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Today, the Cards, the Reds.
Ameren Total Access 445. First pitch 540.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX. Now, KMOX weather from the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk.
Dave Murray is sponsored by i3 Broadband. With the kids home for the summer, your house is a digital zoo of streaming and gaming. Switch to i3 Broadband and upgrade your summer. Head over to i3broadband.com/radio today or call 1-866-806-5485 to upgrade, because life runs better on fiber, and i3 Broadband is here for you.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 334. Dave Murray joins us. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. When you hear that song, don't you just want to go?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's one of the catchiest songs of all time.
Yeah.
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Not
I
the
agree.
earworm one where you're like, get out of there. But like one where you're like, I can listen to that all day.
I love those guys so much because most rock bands have more in common with each other than they do different. And ZZ Top just stands alone.
Yeah.
No one sounds like them.
Nope.
You know?
Nobody has beards like that.
No one has
That's
beards
true.
like that.
And there's nothing, I mean, they're amazing musicians. They're great, but they're not like trying to be fancy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's no like, let me see if I can add some flair. They're like, no, we're just going to be good at this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before we get started, I thought this would be kind of fun. A couple pieces of sound from other newsrooms around the country. Cut number 1 is out of Detroit. I don't think the female anchor understood quite what she was saying.
Now they're ice fishing because everything is frozen, and you're looking for fat in the beaver.
Yeah.
The beaver is the beaver is the most sought after.
It is.
Ryan, do you think you could eat beaver? It's fat and then it's meat.
Oh, had no idea what she was saying.
No.
No idea.
No. I love moments like that. Absolutely love moments like that. This next one is an anchor who was not happy with her boss, but didn't realize that she was on a hot mic.
Go ahead. I don't think you are. You're walking out really angry. Bitch. Can I please finish what I'm going to say? What the Grow up. I'm so done with her antics, telling on me every 5 seconds. I'm done.
Coming up at 5.
Yeah, right. She just turns around. Coming up at 5. We
Wait a
have
minute.
news.
That was on set?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were recording. It wasn't live.
Yeah.
But they were recording a stand-up of some kind in the studio. And something was wrong. They were arguing a bit before that. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys know better than anybody else. You have a mic in front of you. Whether you're in a commercial, whatever, it's live. It's hot.
Yep. Have you ever seen the blooper of it's two women that are, I think it was like I forget which local newscast it was, but they're standing next to each other.
So pale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one.
I so pale. And she's like, you're live. It's one of my favorites of all time.
That's very good.
And then she just jumps right in, though. As soon as she realizes it's like, serious FaceTime. Here we go.
Yeah. Wow, what a difference a day makes, Dave. So much more pleasant today.
We've opened up the northwest flow. We have a front coming through late tonight, tomorrow morning. Another little secondary front coming through Wednesday night. All that really does is reinforce the northwest flow. We will have scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly late tonight. The evening is going to be okay, almost towards morning. So we're going to get through a lot of the night. Tomorrow morning, scattered showers and thunderstorms. I don't see a lot of severe weather, but there could be some heavy downpours of rain. And then maybe some spot storms Wednesday night. But overall, we're 84 on Wednesday, 83 on Thursday, and about 87 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Weather looks perfect for this time of year.
Very nice.
Great for the BMW Championship.
Boy, can you imagine had that been this past weekend?
Oh, boy.
No, I know. And it easily could have.
Yeah. Ackerman was out there today, and he said that the course looks amazing. So
that's what I understand too. Is that, and it was interesting because I don't know. I know you guys aren't big golfers, but the down at the St. Jude's Classic last week, the course looked like a cow pasture.
Huh.
I mean, it was burned out. It was dry. The greens didn't look good, and I'm thinking, oh, I know Belle Reve is going to be. You can eat your dinner on this thing.
Yeah. When
great course.
My memory of Belle Reve is, when was the PGA here? Was it like 2001, something like that?
Yeah, there's been a couple of them.
I was going to say there was something way more recent than that. Because Tiger Woods played here, but not that long ago.
It was before I started making any money. And I only had like 6 golf balls to my name, and they let us play, and they were gone on like the second hole. And I literally I couldn't go in and buy more balls. So producer Tom and I just rode around and pretended to play golf. And every hole we just look for more balls, you know.
Please let me find one.
Try and sell them to other golfers so I could eat later. Want to do some headlines, Rach?
Yes. Let's start by talking about trickflation. 56% of U.S. consumers say that grocery shrinkflation has made them quit certain brands. They're tired of having the wool pulled over their eyes. They're tired of being tricked by these brands. So they're saying, I'll just pick on Nabisco. If Nabisco is doing shrinkflation and they're getting caught, it's making 56% of consumers say, hey, I'm done with you. I'm going elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Plenty of other choices.
Now there's an influencer degree that you can get in college. Kids, please don't do this. Arizona State University recently launched a new bachelor's degree in content creation, and it's offered through its Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communications.
I love it.
Man.
I love it.
So, they're going to do a lot of mass communication stuff, but they are going to do specialized electives on podcasting, studio production, on-camera presence. Here's the thing. You will naturally pick up on that sort of thing while getting your normal communication degree. And the way influencer culture works and social media and all of that, it's ever shifting. So whatever you're learning now is going to be out the window in 5 years. Yeah. So just pay attention. You should be smart enough to pick up on this kind of thing on your own, hopefully. Oh my gosh. I thought this was interesting. Mount Blanc climbers ignored government warnings and then were refused a free rescue. We need to do stuff like this more often.
Yeah.
This is the French route was too dangerous to climb, and people were told this, but a group crossed anyway. And then the next morning, they were like, "Oh, this isn't going well. Can you send us your free aerial evacuation? We don't want to go down on foot." And the mayor refused and said, "There's no medical emergency. You did this knowingly, so you're either going to have to pay for a private helicopter flight, or you're just going to have to do it by yourself."
What'd they do?
Some of them did pay for the flight. They really didn't want to do it. Other climbers walked down without incident.
Good. Yeah. That's the way it should be.
I know that when we were going down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon, our guide told us, like, up until a couple of years ago, you could get a helicopter to pick you up. It was $3,000, but now they're not allowed to fly there because one crashed. And so, like, if you break an ankle, your best bet is a mule.
That's your only bet, isn't it?
Yeah. They've taught mules to set broken ankles.
Yeah. Dr. Mule.
Dr. Mule.
OpenAI launches ChatGPT for teens, promising
Hey.
a more age-appropriate
It's about
chatbot.
time.
I wish someone would explain to me why a teenager needs a chatbot in the first place. This new ChatGPT for teens apparently has stronger protections, including content restrictions around things like suicide, self-harm, and romantic or sexual chats. It also provides homework and study support designed to help students learn, rather than just, spitting out answers and things for them.
I don't believe them. There's a reason why those kids want to use ChatGPT or any other AI. It's because it does the work for them.
Right, write their term paper.
Because they could do the rest of it on Google. If they just wanted to search for information, they could do that normally. If you're using AI, you're probably using it to cheat.
We'll do one more story for you guys. I got Dave. Maybe you heard me getting mad about this in the office, and then I quickly calmed myself down. Harrison Ford is returning one more time as Indiana Jones. To which I said, "What? Are you serious?" It made me so mad because he's 84 years old, and come on now, how many Indiana Jones movies with Harrison Ford do we need? Well, it's not for a movie. He is donning the fedora for a new attraction at Disney World's Animal Kingdom. So I guess they're going to be, capturing his image and likeness for the ride. It's reimagining the former dinosaur attraction, if anyone here is familiar with that. But it's going to have an Indiana Jones storyline.
You could fit right into that.
Wow.
Wheels, how was your weekend of roller coasters?
Oh, that's later. That's September.
Oh.
I didn't get to do that this time. This was just about a 5-year-old's Frozen birthday party.
Ah.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Which, by the way, was pretty dang fun. Not gonna lie.
That's good.
We had frozen cakes, and it was awesome.
But you didn't watch the movie.
Like 15 minutes of it. The first 15 minutes.
And you weren't intrigued, and you didn't want to see more.
No.
Do you mean frozen cakes like cold cakes, or frozen cakes like they had?
They had all the little characters on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we eat more ice cream cakes?
I don't know, but Rach, that thing you made.
Oh yeah, baby.
Can I buy one of those from you?
Certain
Sure,
of
I'll
us
make
have
you
been,
one.
certain of us have been revolutionizing in that space lately.
Yeah.
Man,
I made an ice
man.
cream cake last week.
Looked great.
Yay.
Thank you. Dave Murray, I'm sure you're not familiar with the Fat Boy brand of ice cream sandwiches.
I am.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the churro flavor?
No.
Ooh, it's so good. It's basically just like a churro cookie, and then there's vanilla ice cream in the center with a caramel swirl.
All right.
That was the base of my ice cream cake. Atop that, I put some more caramel swirl ice cream, and then I chopped up Snickers bars and made that the top. It was delicious.
Is it still around?
No, it's gone.
It's gone. There's no way that's sticking around for very long.
No.
Plus, it's gonna melt, right?
No, I mean, it held up.
I'm kidding. I know it goes back in the freezer.
Well, I will say having a deep freeze was really, really helpful in making the ice cream cake because everyone says you have to freeze it for at least 24 hours.
Oh, yeah.
It just, because your freezer defrosts and stuff, so it's not going to freeze into the shape you want in a short period of time. But I have the deep freeze in the basement. got me there quick.
Nice. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
You got it.
Tell you guys about First Missouri Credit Union. I heard someone say a couple months ago that banks are for business and credit unions are for people. And I think you can go to a credit union for business. I think you can go to a bank for people's stuff. But I understood what they were saying. I've been with the same bank for probably 30 plus years now, and they're totally fine. But I rarely ever go there. It may have been years since I've been there. I do go to First Missouri once a month at least now. They're my client, so I'd like to show my face, but I just also like going in there. They're super, super nice people. They're so accommodating. You put $25 into a checking or a savings account, and you are an owner, you're a member, you're going to get 4.27% interest paid to you on your checking account up to $100,000. One of the best benefits any bank or credit union has. We have the lowest rates on vehicle loans. You can refinance your vehicle loan. We can make that work for you. We have signature loans. And here's the kicker. We're down on Lee May Ferry. So if you're a South County, that's great. But if you're not, just know that there's a list on the website of partner credit unions where you can go to. Like I said, there's one a half mile from my house. There's one less than a block from the studio. And if I don't feel like driving down to Lee May Ferry, I just go deposit my check or take out money, whatever it happens to be. 314-544-5050, the number one, stmocu.org.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, they cleared the crash and reopened the ramp westbound 44 at Shrewsbury. There's still a little bit of a backup as you come across River to Pear, but it ought to thin out pretty quickly. Southbound 170 delays from Delmar down to 64. Westbound 64 is backed up Science Center to Clayton Skinker. It's slow west of Lindbergh out to 270, west of Clarkson to Topgolf, and Lake St. Louis Boulevard stop and go pockets out to 70. Eastbound 64 Mason to 270, and right at 170 is a little bit busy. Eastbound Highway 70, Earth City into 270, slow. Westbound, right around Zembell out to Cave Springs, kind of heavy, but after that, it really doesn't look so bad. South 270 delays, 364 to Olive, approaching 64 to Doherty Ferry, slow past 44, and then Tesson Ferry down to 55 after that. Southbound 55, a little heavy stretch midway down from M to Highway Z, and the usual backup on eastbound 64, east of 157, slow to 159. Westbound 64, midway down the hill from 159 to 157 is bumper to bumper to 255. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Brought to you by Duke's Real Mayo.
This is the Duke's Country Song. It's a song about good mayo, Duke's Mayo. It'll make any dish sing. Get Duke's Mayo in store. It's got twang.
James Beard award-winning chef Kevin Nashin announces The Clydesdale, a Clark Avenue Tavern at Ballpark Village, opening August 27th. KMOX is excited for this highly anticipated American tavern, rooted in familiar favorites, elevated through refined technique and premium ingredients. Reservations for The Clydesdale are now open. Book your table and experience a fresh take on tavern dining on one of the most iconic streets in Major League Baseball. For details and reservations, visit stlballparkvillage.com.
Are moles tearing up your yard? Don't let these lawn invaders turn your beautiful property into a mess. Rottler Pest Solutions offers professional mole control services to protect your lawn from damage. Visit Rottler.com today to schedule your free inspection.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The best time to recommit to your gut health goals? Right now. Take charge of your gut with Nature Made. Our clinically studied ingredients support digestive health. Digestive enzymes break down nutrients. Probiotic and prebiotic fiber nourish good gut bacteria. And super greens with probiotics empower daily digestive health. Try the full lineup of gut health support from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The smartest way to do your homework is Hackman Lumber.
Thinking about building a new deck? Start with the trained professionals at Hackman Lumber. home of one of the largest inventories of decking materials and accessories in Missouri. From treated lumber and cedar to all the leading names in decking, their team will help you choose the perfect materials for your dream deck. Then finish it off with endless railing options, balusters, and LED deck lighting to bring your backyard to life. Hackman Lumber will not be undersold on in-stock decking materials, guaranteed. Do it yourself? Their team is ready to help. Also, check out their expanded paint department with custom color matching. And don't forget, follow Hackman Lumber on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to catch weekly deals, specials, and project inspiration all season long. Or visit us at hackmanstl.com. Locations in St. Peters, Troy, and Pacific, Missouri.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back. DGS on KMOX going to do the Sweet 16 of appetizers coming up at the top of the hour. Looking forward to that. You know what I was thinking about last night? I was thinking about pain. And as I understand it, pain exists to teach us, to let us know, like, oh, my stomach hurts. Maybe there's something wrong. Oh, my gosh, there's a tumor, and I avoided dying. There's some people who don't feel pain, and they have difficult lives because they're constantly hurting themselves. But I was thinking about this. Whether you believe that we were very intentionally and specifically designed by a god, or this was evolution that figured out, like, hey, if we make their fingers hurt when they get next to heat, they won't burn their hands off. I think God or nature went a little too far. Like, we are capable of feeling such unimaginable pain. And that doesn't make sense to me. You know? Like, I get it. I'm hurting more than I can possibly take. I'm not learning anything more from this. People who've had bone cancer and just some injuries that just hurt so friggin' bad. Like, I just kind of went down a rabbit hole over the weekend. Like, why is that helpful? Why would a God say, no, turn it up to an 11. I need this to hurt so bad that they cry? Or evolutionarily speaking, why wouldn't evolution be smart enough to go, I think that's enough pain. They understand that they've been bitten by a spider.
Well, evolution wouldn't be conscious. It would just be a side effect of developing these other things to protect you. In other words, it wouldn't have a limiter on it necessarily. It would just be a kind of that's the way it went.
Oh, I wouldn't say that evolution is conscious, but it certainly has outcomes that look conscious.
Right, because we survived.
Right, but I mean, I think that evolution would have an interest in limiting pain. Because it makes you crazy, it makes you die, it makes you kill, Just didn't make much sense to me. Seems like we have too much pain.
Maybe it had more of a purpose in a previous time, and it's just still there.
I mean, does everything that evolves have a purpose?
No, that's a good question. There may be some things that don't. Like ear hair. What's the purpose?
Keeps dirt out of our ears.
It doesn't make my ears any warmer.
Keeps dirt and bacteria out from your eardrums.
I guess I just reject the idea that everything is going to click and make sense one day. Like I don't ascribe to that. I think there are just things we will never understand.
That is a really interesting
good point.
Question. Does evolution have a purpose? And if so, what is it? And why isn't it better? Why does it allow for bone cancer?
Maybe it's because there is no plan. It's just here's how something adapts to immediate circumstances, but those circumstances can change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're adapting at a time, and those adaptations can still exist after the need for that adaptation is gone.
Yeah. Doesn't help much if there's a creator to explain it.
Unless that creator has some plan where that is necessary, but we don't know it.
Tell you guys about Attorney Mark Cantor. He was in last week talking about one of the cases that I sent him, and he had very kindly waived his fee because there wasn't a lot of insurance money there, and he was able to negotiate the medical bills down from like $80,000 to $10,000, something like that. Just giving him credit for doing something human. When he could have said like, oh, yeah, I'm going to take my fee out of there too, but he did not. Now, he's not in the business of not taking fees, but just wanted to highlight that he is a kind person who does things like that from time to time. When and if you are choosing a personal injury attorney, a plaintiff's attorney, you should not feel the least bit sheepish about reaching out to 2 or 3 different attorneys. Make an appointment, go in, talk to them. If they don't seem interested in talking to you, if they don't go out of their way, then you know that's not the person for you. Do not, like when I finish this, it's going to say something like, you should make your decision just based on ads. And that's true. Mine, but especially television ads, especially where someone is dunking a basketball on Shaq or flying like the Green Lantern, because none of that means anything. It tells you nothing about the kind of attorney that they are. Mark has decades of experience as a trial attorney with great results. Twice he's been on Lawyers Weekly top 10 power list.